Hello, everyone. Happy Friday, my friends. Happy Plath Day, rather. How we doing? Are you guys doing the one-upping game with channel memberships? Thank you, Pumpkin, for the 10. And Joe, I saw you with like 20 earlier, I think, and then 5 just now. I think another 5 earlier. It's a bunch of memberships. Thank you, Joe, for those. Hi. How we doing? I have to go in to get blood work done today. Ooh, Katie, that sounds awful. I'm so sorry. Hello. A gallon of maple syrup. Who needs a gallon of maple syrup and for what? Honestly, that's fair though, because good quality maple syrup is expensive. And if you buy it in like a bigger container, it lasts longer. Eric, I've missed you too. Savannah, thank you. Excuse. Savannah, the hair is I have not washed my hair in several days, and I'm hoping that people don't notice. Also, if you heard a squeaking noise, it was my chair. I finally bought a new chair, you guys, and it has arms that can go up and down, but the material of the chair is rather squeaky, so. New watcher, and I love sharing your content with people. Appreciate how much you cut through the bullshit. Thrills on Wheels, thank you. That's so kind. I'm glad you're here. Glad you made it for a live stream. Maple syrup is so good in iced coffee. That's never occurred to me, shenanigans. And I don't know why. I feel silly now for not having thought of that earlier. Hi from Edinburgh. Is it Edinburgh or Edinburgh? Edinburgh? I don't know. I'm sorry. The UK confuses me. I thought it was my tummy. Honestly, Katie, if it's equal odds that it could have been mine too. Yeah, Joe, thank you so much. Congrats on the membership, Pepsi Cola. We'll have to move the chair fund to something else. Yeah, actually, announcement, you guys. There is a fund happening today. Thank you, Eric. Edinburgh. Perfect. I talked last week about how my cat, Imogen, has been peeing on things, but Savannah said I will not be outdone. Aaron and I joke sometimes that we host like a pet of the week competition. And Savannah is not winning pet of the week this week. Poor baby. Maybe she is because of a sympathy vote. She had to have surgery. So we got her back yesterday. She had surgery on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. Wednesday in the afternoon. And then they kept her overnight and we got her back yesterday. So poor baby. She got her leg chopped all open. She had orthopedic dog surgery and it's terrible. So I am unashamed to say that we are hosting a fund to offset the cost of a very expensive dog leg surgery today. So yeah, feel free to join the memberships, donate memberships for your friends, super chat. If you want to ask questions, I'll answer your questions. If you want to leave me a super chat or, otherwise, but thank you, Pepsi Cola. Yeah, she's doing really well so far. She is recovering much better than her previous leg surgery. So that's good news. I know, little E, it's so hard because I just wish that I could explain to her what's going on. I know that she's confused and also high most of the time. So she's just like out of it and overwhelmed, which sucks. But we're doing our best to just take care of her and keep her comfy. Eric, you've been a member for 12 months. Chubby little baby cheeks on this membership. Absolutely, yes. Congrats on your first birthday, Eric. We'll get you a smash cake. I just got an ad for White Claw Zero Alcohol. Is that not just seltzer? Honestly, little E, I don't know, but I kind of want one. I would love that. That sounds like kind of a vibe, actually. Because Aaron really likes White Claws, but I'm not drinking alcohol anymore, so I would love that. Christine, thank you for the $4.99. Is it at least a different leg this time? Yes, Christine, it is the other leg, which actually we were joking with her that, she's only got 2 back legs. So, like, really, how much worse could it get? But also, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't tempt fate by saying that out loud. But yeah, she's going to be the bionic woman, dog woman. I don't know. She's going to have 2 robot back legs after this is all over. Love the variety for Savannah. I know. Yeah, she's hopping all around. Yeah, bionic baby. Thank you, Kelly. Just popping by to say hi to everyone. I'm finally on vacation in Helsinki. Ooh, Moonchild. That sounds so fun. With my boyfriend. I haven't had a proper vacation since 2019. Oh my gosh. I hope you live it up, Moonchild. Congratulations on your vacation. That sounds really fun. Anarchy Mode. Thank you for the $20. Hope the pup gets well soon. Thank you. Me too. I forgot I can heart these. Hold on. Let me go back up and heart Christine's too. Thank you guys for the super chats. So excited to be with folks to rant about Plathville. I'm on season 2 of binge watching. We're watching season 6 today, Pigtails, so there might be spoilers. Be advised, but I'm excited about it too. My childhood dog tore both of his ACLs at the same time and had to have surgery. He was on the leash for like 8 months. Poor Higgins. Oh, poor Higgins. He was a fat potato the rest of his life. Honestly, little E, and I respect that for him. Yeah, that's what Savannah did. It was only one, thank God. The vet did tell us, or the surgeon did tell us actually, that they had a bilateral surgery in the morning right before Vanny's. And I'm very thankful that she didn't tear both at once because that sounds absolutely terrible. I don't even know how because at least because right now she's tripoding. They want her to put a little bit of weight on the leg just so she can they want her to build up the strength in that leg again. It doesn't help anybody if she has like a weak and like muscle-less leg. So they want her to be toe touching and stuff when she goes for bathroom breaks. And she manages okay as a tripod, but I can't imagine with both legs. Like, what do you do? I know we have like her little sling. So, okay, Katie, yes. Higgins is also such a good name, like an excellent dog name. Thank you, Pigtails. I know nothing about Plathville other than what you've covered, and bringing up family of origin stuff. Samantha, I'm so sorry. I hope that you guys are able to, hang in there with me. Do feel free to pop in and out though if it's overwhelming, because it is it's a lot. You cry. Otter waffle, honestly valid. I feel that. Aaron and I both have been very, very misty since bringing her home. It's just so sad. It's just, oh, I hate seeing her sad because she's such a, like, full of life little dog, you know? I mean, she's not little, but to be fair, but no, she's just like a very vivacious little girl. And so it sucks seeing her be all sad and dumpy in her little kennel. He was the best dog a kid could ask for. He ran like Scooby-Doo. Oh, mutt made out of spare parts, but he looked like a hound dog. My parents got him after I volunteered at the shelter. He was and fell in love. Oh, little E, that's so sweet. I love that. Honestly, sounds kind of like Savannah. Yay, alive. Hope your vacation was great. Gonna hang out until I leave for the Glass Animals concert. Meyer, that sounds so fun. I'm glad you're going to the concert. I hope you have the best time. Vacation was good though, yes. Yes, Christine, like down in the dumps, you know, that kind of dumpy. Although, for real, I won't lie to you, she has shit her bed several times. Because she has very little control over her faculties right now. So we're just, you know, we're hanging in there with her. Hi, Giselle. Watson is so depressed because she can't play fetch right now. Yes, because reading. Very relatable. I used to walk a German Shepherd in a back leg wheelchair, and she lived until nice and old and was super happy and could off-road in her wheels. Samantha, that's so sweet. Okay, I love that. Coda in Discord said pet healthcare can be super expensive. Yes, but also, woo, the quality of life are way better than human. Okay, yes, Coda, very much agree. Aaron and I talk about this endlessly, but the way that like vets handle the cost estimates for veterinary care is something that like human healthcare should really take notes on, because they laid out in detail, like in intimate detail, down to like how many surgical gloves they're going to use in the process of her surgery and all of this stuff, so that we can prepare for the cost of that. And it also justifies like, this is why it costs what it costs, right? Why can we not do that for human healthcare? Why do I have to receive a bill from some medical institution that I've never heard of, like 8 months after I've had my medical care, to be like, oh, surprise, actually, that was not covered by your insurance. After our office and your insurance office duked it out over the phone for the course of 8 months, we've decided, actually, fuck you in particular. You can pay the money instead. Like, that's so unfair and also annoying. I really just would love if we could be upfront about medical care costs, because like vets are really, I think, doing it the right way. Poor baby and poor you and Aaron. Shenanigans, thank you. I feel worse for Savannah, but I won't lie. The sleep deprivation, and like I haven't showered in several days. I don't understand how anyone has babies. I don't get it. Like, I know that it's hard, and like the like takes a village thing. And obviously I knew that. I mean, you know, like this is also not Vanny's first leg surgery, but just like it's very overwhelming being like, is she breathing? Is she okay? Does she need anything? Is she moving? Oh God, please don't move. Don't hurt yourself. Just like, I'm all good. I'm fully all good on that. Thank you very much. I took my cats to the vet about 2 weeks ago, and my son climbs himself up under the exam table while his sister was getting checked out. He was chilling. Oh, it was chilling under there for 15 minutes like a goofball. Katie, I thought that story was going somewhere scary. I'm glad your son was just being a silly little goose. The checking, are you still breathing, is so real. Yes, Callie. Just like every now and again, and like 35 times in the night, I'm up with my flashlight being like, are you okay? You need anything? Are you all right? Is she still sleeping? I'm glad that she's okay. Just hold still. Sims 3 girly, hi. This is my first time catching a stream, but welcome. We fuck off here for a while before we sit and watch the show, so feel free to update us about how your day's going, what's going on with you. A hospital tried to scam me for my emergency appendectomy. They made me wait 12 hours to get treated, in which time it burst open. Max, I'm so sorry. They charged me through a doctor that didn't even work there anymore. So I got in contact with the doctor. Okay, Max, good for you, because that's absolutely not okay. And like, also high five for being like, no, actually, that's not the way it should be. I'd say mirror in front of the nose for fogging, but I know my dog would just bark madly and never sleep. Okay, that's such a good idea, Christine, actually. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way that I could put like a baby mirror. You know, the ones that I've seen people use them in the back seat of the car so you can see your kid's face. I'm wondering if I could like strap one to the side of the kennel just so I could like see. When you wake up and they don't, you spend a couple moments with your hand on their chest trying to figure out if they're breathing. Yes, Kimberly, I could see that so much, especially after all of this. Oh, Discord's telling me I have a good connection. That's dumb. Is anyone else having issues in Discord? Please sound off. Yeah, cubicle mirrors. That's such a good idea, Atomic Crouton. I breath check my kid and dog regularly. Thank you. I feel so validated in this. And then you wake them up and they're like, why would you interrupt my nap time? Yeah, Callie, that's also the fear, is being like, oops, now I've woken you up. Like, please don't do anything. Boop, boop, boop. Sound of my cat vomiting. Aaron is like that. He will, but the funny thing is he'll wake up after like hearing that and be like, oh my God, okay, are you okay? And like, he's just saying things because he's freaked out and like is, you know, trying to get things under control. And so then I wake up and I'm like, what? I'm like all freaked out. So we're just like trying to quiet scream at each other, all stressed and overwhelmed. And the poor dog or cat is just like, are you okay? Discord embarrassed me by playing aloud when I had headphones on. Oh no, Christine, I'm so sorry. Drusilla, you've been a member for 12 months. Healing virtual hugs to your fur baby. Thank you so much. Thanks for being a member for 12 months, friend. That's wild. Happy first birthday to you too. I guess that's 2 smash cakes for today. As your Canadian neighbor, I can attest that nationalized healthcare is the least and not the most. The bare minimum and still its own pile of BS. That's valid, Pigtails and Plaid. It's such a thing I think, like, there's not really a great answer to it, you know? Discord is being so frustrating today. That's annoying, Rowan. I'm so sorry. I know, Callie. Yes, circle of panic. Absolutely. In the newborn years, I would wake up multiple times a night, freaked out to check their breathing. Okay, Beth, thank you for that. They make Angel Care baby monitors that have a pad you place under the... Oh, that's neat. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Okay, Coda, actually, yes. Coda in Discord said remove all the profit incentives is the answer. Valid. I meant more in a, like, what can be feasibly accomplished kind of way, but you're correct. Cat TV on YouTube really helped keep my cat calm after surgery. Clock, I was thinking that I might put on like a little dog TV situation for her. So far, Aaron and I have not left her, so we're just like sitting with her and talking to her, and I think that helps. But if we do end up having to both be out of the house at the same time, we might try that. Oh, Joe, 11 months. Has it already been 11 months? I guess so. Almost time for your first birthday, Joe. Congratulations. I can tell YouTube is trying to get me to pay for premium by the quality of the shitty game ads they send to me. Little E, that's so annoying. The ads are truly the bane of my existence. The TV ads are like actually the worst too. The TV ads make me want to throw my remote at the TV. Darn capitalism shakes fist at sky. Yes. Me always. I'm telling you guys, I can have like no issues, feel totally fine. And then I get on stream and I'm like, wow, I'm kind of phlegmy today. What is that? Why does my body hate me? Hello, friends. Hi, K-Berg. There's a dog TV subscription service. I have contemplated getting it for my dogs, but I already get made fun of for being that dog mom. No shame, Savannah. Absolutely none at all. I truly am over people making fun of me about it. And like, okay, make fun of me then. That's fine. These are my children. I birthed them. They came out of my body and I birthed them. They are truly my children. And That's fine. You can make fun of me. I don't care. I'm going to be that dog mom who is like celebrating Mother's Day for myself and like buying them all the things and just like, going the extra mile, because why not? Also, I don't have human kids. So what do I have to lose? Truly, what is the downside of this? I mean, other than me wasting money, but like that's nobody's business but mine and Aaron's. But Aaron's not going to at me about it. I'll think I'm good, and then I get on a work call where I have to present, and boom, Sinus City. Yes. Okay. K. Tricia, thank you. I feel very validated. Animals deserve unconditional love and care too. Yes, Lexi. Thank you. I think so too. We are very much like millennials in that regard, that we're like, taking all of the care of our pets, and like, I'm fine with it. I'm not embarrassed by that at all. Oh, Giselle said, Mickey, is your face pain any better? So in theory, yes. I started taking a new medication in a really high dosage. That is helping. So I'm able to eat and I'm able to talk. I'm like able to, emote normally. So love that for me. The concern is like, what do long term being on, because it's essentially like a nerve suppressant medication, and they can have some gnarly side effects in the long term. So the question is like, this is great for now, but like, do we just do this forever, or like, is that like what do we do? Which I haven't seen a neurologist yet, because the waiting time to get an appointment here in Tucson is the worst. So for now, feeling great. I feel back to my normal self, which I love. I ate a burrito today, you guys, with my teeth. Like, I was able to eat a burrito with my teeth. So, love that for me. That was a big win. I haven't been able to do that since like before all of this started. So yeah. I spent $20,000 to bring my dogs to Australia because I couldn't leave them behind. I get you. Okay, Becky, same. Like, I would do the same, or I'd be like, I'm not moving. Sorry. Like, I'm not leaving my babies behind. Are you on a waiting list for a specialist? Yeah, Samantha, I have an appointment. It's just not till November. So that was the like best option that I had. Callie said nerve pain, gang. Yes, very much. I know, right? So okay, thank you. Because I'm like, am I being a baby? That's a long time, right? Like, and that was back in, when did I leave for vacation? July. So that was back in June when I made that appointment. They told me November is the best we have. Christine, thank you. Like, that's bad, right? Even as a person who is aware that like wait lists and long waiting times exist, I was like, November? Like, are you sure? Can you just like double check? I haven't decided if I want to be that person who's calling you being like, hey, any cancellations? Any cancellations this week? I don't know if I have the like mental, like if I can remember to do that, but I don't know. I might be the squeaky wheel. I got like 5 specialists, and I've seen plenty of specialists, and I'm a nurse, and thank you, Christine. Okay, Natty, yes. Why does it take so long to see essential doctors? Especially when it's not like I'm looking to see a specialist for something that doesn't exist. Like, I'm looking to see a neurologist. Like, there are plenty of people with nerve pain. And also, I live in like a retiree town, which I suspect is why the wait list is so long, actually, is because there are a lot of people who retire here. And so in the later phases of their life where they might be developing chronic conditions that require care from a neurologist, there might be like a higher rate of patients here than in like a bigger city also. Because also, like, there's, I think, a grand total of like 3 like big practices here in Tucson. So I think that's also part of the issue. You should once a week check for cancels. I'm thinking about it. I really am. People who are against centralized healthcare, but in Canada it takes so long to get medical care. Yes, Maxie, exactly. Like, sorry, what is the problem? At least if I had long wait times and I didn't have to pay for it, I'd be like, well, okay, still bad, still shitty, but slightly less mad about it, at least. At least I'm not getting double boned This way I'm getting double boned, and not in the fun way. Like, not in a way that some people are into, in the, like, I'm getting punched in the gut twice kind of way. Yes, Natty, exactly. I have constant pain. Like, there is a nickname for the condition that I've been diagnosed with that is unsavory, and I'm not going to say it on stream for sake of not triggering people, but like, it's not a fun time. It's a disorder that is like, it's like a real kick in the teeth to your quality of life, literally. So like, could we do something? I don't know. There are sometimes waiting lists, and they will definitely call you if someone cancels and try to fill it. Definitely call and ask. Thank you, Christine. Yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion that this practice is not that way. They have a reputation for being particularly unfriendly to patients, so I might just call and be the person who's like, that's fine if the front desk hates me, because I would really love to see someone. My dad's trying to convince me that quality of care is worse in countries that have universal health care. Okay. Also, the statistics, the research would beg to differ. Into the archives it goes. No, Joe. That happened to my dad recently. He got moved up like 4 months for shoulder surgery. Oh, okay, that's good news. Love that for your dad. And also, like, that I think is encouraging. Maybe this is a PSA, actually. If you have the time, are able to remember to do that, be the squeaky wheel. Call the front desk, because it seems like this works. Being the person who's like, hi, any cancellations? Like, that might actually be a solid strat. I loved my healthcare in Japan. India wasn't that bad either. Okay, go Fury. Okay, wait, I have to see the entire month to see a new primary care doc, and then I have to wait to see the gastro. I just went the gallbladder out now, please. Oh, Natty, I am so sorry. Gallbladder pain is the worst. Oh, it's so bad. Gallbladder pain, it like quite literally takes your breath away. It's one of those things. This is, I was telling Aaron before I had my gallbladder removed, I realized like, oh, all the pain that I've been in up to this point in my life, small potatoes in comparison, because I was like nervously pacing up and down my house while I was having like a gallbladder attack, because it was like I couldn't breathe and I couldn't function, and I just was like, it was like I was trying to run away from the pain for some, like I realized in that moment that like childbirth, not for me, because I would be running up and down those hospital hallways and like freaking people out. I would be a menace, I think. I'd be like, you can't tie me down with these tubes. I gotta go. $5 to $10 for medication. Hell yeah. Oh, that sounds so nice. Don't put pressure on yourself to call every day, even if you keep forgetting and are inconsistent. Every little bit should count. That's good advice, Catherine. Actually, thank you for that. Because calling at all is better than not calling, I think. When we moved to Australia, I was into a GP within a week. It took 10 months to get back to a new primary care doc when we came back. Oh my God. Becky very much agreed with that. I actually had to change my primary care physician because it was going to take me months to get in to see one. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. It's been 5 months since my hospital visit. Oh, Natty, that's terrible. I can't even imagine. Oh my God. I literally had $350 taken out of my paycheck for healthcare with dental, because apparently teeth aren't required. I know. And I still had to pay $40 for a copay and for ally medication. That is so dumb, Kyle. I know the way our healthcare system works is absolute ass. The greatest medical validation I ever received was my doctor telling me kidney stones can be more painful than giving birth. I held that over my mom's head after she said I was being a baby. As you should, Caroline. Monkey in Discord said the gall of that bladder. Joe said not very demure. Very demure. Very mindful. That TikTok sound has an absolute chokehold on me and all of my friends. Dental shit is so expensive, and like, for why? Why can't you just be nicer? Also, my doctor changed the insurance the day of the appointment, so I couldn't get a referral. That's so annoying. Like, what are the odds? Christine said, also someone who knows your name and birthday and isn't obviously not you could help you call and just pretend to be you, allegedly. Wait, Christine. Like on your request. Yeah. Like if you had your partner or friend or somebody. Wait, that's so interesting. I'm very curious about that. A large part of why I don't want to leave this job unless I have to is because the health benefits are quite good. Oh my gosh. I just remembered. Hold on. I don't know. I don't have an answer for why my brain works this way, but I just remembered that I need to buy straw cleaners. Like desperately need to buy straw cleaners because the ones that we have are gross. Boop, boop, boop. Straw cleaners. Thank you. Very demure. Very mindful. See how I buy straw cleaners. Very demure. I truly don't understand why teeth and eyes aren't considered essential parts of healthcare. Rowan, yes. Not having vision insurance to access what is an accessibility device for a disability is absolutely asinine. I am truly a danger to myself and others if I don't have access to contact lenses or glasses or like vision correction. Like that's a legitimate disability and the insurance for it is optional. Hello? Also, people die from tooth infections. Like, hello? If you don't have access to care for your teeth, which are literally irreplaceable, then some people can die. It's also a kick in the teeth to your quality of life. Like, truly, why? Why would that not be something that is necessary? Teeth are a luxury. Ugh. Teeth, eyes, and ears should be covered. Yes, I think so too, AZ, because that's just, it's dumb. I absolutely do not allegedly, totally, hypothetically do this. Okay, that's so smart though, Imogen. Yes, as if we don't need teeth to eat. Exactly. I'm turning 26 next year and I'm dreading being off my parents' insurance. Theirs is great and I'm self-employed. It's just trying to get as much medical checking up now as possible. Yes, Catherine, definitely do that. Literally I can't see without the lenses on my face. Yes, exactly. Oh no, Natty, yes, I've seen the fake veneer techs. They freak me out. That shit is so scary. Dental is even more subjective than other doctors too. I know, which is wild. Like, how is that even possible? My insurance covers 5% of cleanings, but not x-rays, and our dentist doesn't do cleanings without yearly x-rays. The way that it's all like piecemealed out is so ridiculous. Like, why? Why would that be the case? That doesn't make any sense. I heard a good reason why the healthcare is so expensive in the U.S. is because of how insurance companies made medical billing so complicated that it requires more people to ensure the insurance companies pay what they're supposed to. Having worked briefly in the medical billing field, I can attest to this. Yeah, Aaron sees that's definitely like tracking with what I've heard anyways. Would not be surprised about it at all. I'm almost 26, disabled and scared. Oh, Dill, I'm so sorry. Insurance is so stressful, especially when you have like prior conditions because like now what, you know? There are no good reasons in the US. Yes, exactly, Meyer. My dad's considering going to Mexico for his teeth and I just can't imagine if there's an issue it would be easy to deal with. Yeah. I've heard a lot of people do that actually, especially because we live in Arizona. People go to Mexico all the time. And if you have family there, like I've heard a lot of people attest to the fact that it's just easier for them. How can we skip avocado toast to buy a house without teeth? Because reading, oh my god, too true, honestly. I can't even open Discord without it playing the stream aloud. Oh, that's so annoying. I am so sorry, Christine. I don't know what that's about. Is Discord being weird? Do we need me to try to fix it or something? Yeah, no, that's the right microphone. I don't know what that's about. Is anyone else having issues with Discord? I saw some people ask about it earlier. My head is so itchy. Don't judge me. My, hair. I haven't washed my hair in a hot minute, so it is what it is, you know? The tooth hurts sometimes. Oh, Katie, I'm sorry. Toothaches are the worst. Hey, Christine. I probably won't be around for long, but I'm here. Yay! Glad you made it. I have issues with Discord on my phone. Otherwise, on my laptop, it's far more ideal. Okay, that's fair, Hattie. Also, hi. Mickey, it's just me. I'm sorry, Christine. That feels even ruder. More rude. It's targeted. This is a targeted attack. Speaking of capitalism ruining everything, the new movie It Ends With Us is bananas. I want out of this plot where the movie got made in 2024 and is being positioned as a fun summer flick. Oh God. Pigtails and Plaid. I've seen so many interesting like pieces of media about that movie. Particularly like Blake Lively and the whole kerfuffle that's happening there. Boop boop boop. Everything about It Ends With Us. The Ends With Us movie is a mess. Oh no, Fabian, that's awful. I didn't know that's what was in it. I truly have no idea what the movie is about. I won't even lie. Hattie said it's fucking awful. Both the movie and the book. Inappropriate how they tried to spin that disaster fest. Oh, yuck. Yeah, listen, I'm gonna level with you guys. I'm not a movie person. I have way too many ADHD brain cells for me to sit through a 2-hour movie in a theater on a regular basis. If I'm like really interested in it, locked in. But otherwise, like if I'm lukewarm about it, I'm gonna struggle. Ethel Kane in the trailer was such a jump scare. Otter Waffle said, oh, it's bad. Portraying it as a rom-com when it's based on a book about, oh no, Trisha, what the hell? That's so weird. The commercials made it look like a rom-com, but it's about DV. Wow. I had no idea. To be fair, I didn't know anything about the movie, like, in general, but still. Okay, yeah, Callie, movies are not my thing either. It's just, like, I want to like them. I do. The funny part, too, is that I can sit through, like, a 4-hour episode of Critical Role. Though, to be fair, I think part of the issue is that I can sit through a movie, like, at home if I'm able to look at my phone. Like, if I can play a silly little, like, matchy-match game on my phone, then fine. As long as the game doesn't have words in it, my brain won't get distracted and I'm able to, like, process the audio better. But if I have to, like, sit and just like, this is your activity for 2+ hours, if I'm not super interested in it, my brain is gonna riot. I space out too much for movies. Yes, Christine, me too. Giselle, thank you. I didn't, hello? I didn't realize that had happened. I like lighting, so if a movie sucks, I can still enjoy it as long as it's pretty to look at. Okay, Kyle, that's fair. Hi, Arwen's Rose. How are you? Colleen Hoover is very much a dark romance writer, which doesn't translate well to movies. Wait, is it a Colleen Hoover novel that movie's based off of? Ooh. In a book, the main characters... Oh, no. Ooh. Wait, that's the movie that we're talking about, Natty? Ick. Completely unrelated. My father-in-law. Oh, Jennifer, I'm so sorry. I'm not going to announce that out loud just because I don't want to trigger people, but I'm so sorry. That sounds horrible. Sending you big love, my friend. That's like a double grief of trying to process that yourself and then also trying to explain that to your kids. I'm so sorry, Jennifer. Okay, yeah, I didn't realize that that's what it was, you guys. Oh, no. I need to look into this. I know that you guys told me I should review a Colleen Hoover novel after we talked about Girl Defined being pro-clutchy about smut. But, I'll be honest, I forgot. I forgot about it. I legit was talking shit on Colleen Hoover for a good 20 minutes to a guy who is a writer, and we found out our boss likes her. Oh, no. Okay, but to be fair, Kyle, like, just because somebody else likes something doesn't mean you're obligated to. It's okay, I think, to dislike other people. Like, you're not, like, shitting on them as a person, if you just dislike the things that they like. Yeah, Jennifer, that sounds so awful. I'm so sorry. I'm so bad about reading books that I've never even approached book talk, but every time that name comes up, it's contentious. Yeah, Miss Nothman, I've heard that. It feels like a similar dividing line You know what? I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want to get in an argument. I don't want to get in an argument. Not in the middle of a Mercury retrograde. I'm going to shut my damn mouth. Colleen Hoover is bad, but I sometimes enjoy it in a this is garbage and I know it's garbage kind of way. I can just turn my brain off for a few hours and also have something to be mad at when I don't want to feel my own feelings. Christine, that's very valid. Kind of like hate watching, but hate reading. I know, Giselle. I feel that way also. That's also why we stopped making content about Paul and Morgan and Girl Defined and like all of the like, because I just like, I'm tired of being mad. I don't know what else there, like what more good could really come from me just riling myself up about people who are like committed to not changing. And also like, quite frankly, who are not really, I think, reaching that many new people. Like I'm not saying that in a shady way, but I think the writing on the wall is very clear that their channels are sort of like moving away from, you know, discoverability. And so like, I don't know, that feels like mission accomplished to me. What does Mercury in retrograde mean? I'm not an astrology person, but I love learning. Oops, where'd it go? Learning about these kinds of creative pattern things. To make a long explanation short, Mercury is the planet that governs things like communication. It also governs technology, or like is related to those themes, right? Mercury is related to technology and communication, among other things. And so when people talk about a Mercury retrograde, it's common for the joke to be like, we're going to miscommunicate with each other, or like we might get in more arguments than normal. You might have more technology failures than you typically would. And so this Mercury retrograde specifically, the way that it's specifically positioned in the sky could be, I don't know, for me anyways, it feels like an encouragement to keep your mouth shut about things that don't concern you. Or for me anyways, I'm like saying I'm talking to myself about this, about things that don't concern you, or about things that are not helpful for me to speak on, you know? So I'm trying to just keep that in mind. Like, basically what I mean is that like in the way that it's positioned specifically in the sky right now, it feels like an encouragement to shut the fuck up about things that aren't helpful to start a discourse about, or to like get in a fight about. If it's not going to bring like useful or valuable discourse, then like, why are you talking about it? You know? Have you seen Zelf on the Shelf and the Dave and Bethy videos? That was so wholesome and full of hope, and interesting how it affects them as a couple. I haven't watched them. I'll be quite honest. I don't know how I feel about it. I respect the attempt to be loving, in the hopes that it manifests in some like positive change, you know? I don't think that, quite frankly, I don't think I'm capable of doing that. And so I can respect somebody who is. At the same time, I think my own trauma and difficulty with like religious abuse, and my own like history there makes it difficult for me to like really believe that Dave and Bethy are engaging in good faith, you know? But I don't know. I mean, I don't know that. So I think it's kind of like a either or type of thing. I don't really know how I feel about it. And like, I don't know that I need to know necessarily. Good, because I love talking about stuff that doesn't involve me. Christine, religious abuse has a brutal grip on my attempts at well-being. Yeah, Callie, I feel that. I think it's okay to talk shit and also have some empathy. Yeah, Kyle, that's very valid. I think that's a nice midway, or like nice compromise, I guess. At the start of retrograde, my modern modem completely shit the bed. Oh, Irene, I'm so sorry. Oh, Katie, good question. Did everybody like the stream? Don't forget. Ooh, Danny, that's so exciting. Congratulations, friend. I can see if I can find it again. Oh. Is this the... Hold on. Mm-mm-mm. Hold on. I've seen a lot of sentences I wish I could unsee. No, not that. I know for me, very early in deconstruction, hearing those kinds of understanding conversations were huge for being able to deconstruct, but I also really get it being difficult for someone. Yeah, Catherine, I think that's just kind of, the thing that's hard for me is like the apparent disconnect between like, voicing, compassion, for the way that Zelpha on the Shelf have offered them empathy and understanding. Dave and Bethy offering them or saying that, like, we appreciate this and we feel very, I don't know, loved by this, I guess. But then also at the same time announcing wholeheartedly, like their transphobic book and continuing to put up content that is like questionable at best, if not continuing to contribute to people's I don't know, like lack of well-being, continuing to put up content that has the potential to harm people is like, okay. It's just, yeah, I don't know, it's a strange disconnect for me. Yeah, don't microwave cats. I've seen that take two. You don't like how they glossed over Bethy's phobic behaviors, etc. But I appreciate the effort of reaching out. Yeah, agreed. I think that's kind of where I'm at as well. I think it's interesting that Dave and Bethy went off social media for the summer after the video dropped. Deconstructing privately is probably better. Okay, little E, that's fair, actually. That is a good point because you're not wrong. I could see that actually being potentially really healing and or helpful. Yeah, Christine, same. Boop, boop, boop. Your inability to reckon with reality does not mean I deserve less love than you do. Yeah, Kyle, I think that's a really popular take in regards to this issue. People are blasting music at the pool and I can hear it through my headphones. Danny, that sounds so annoying. I am so sorry. Boop, boop, boop. Most atheists know the content of the Bible better than most Christians. Shenanigans. I have also noticed that. People joke all the time about how was the quote that like the number one book that leads to deconstruction is the Bible. I've seen that a lot because, I mean, reading it like as is, there's a lot of stuff that you're like, that doesn't really line up with the things that the church is saying, There's no real precedent for some of these very like legalistic takes that are coming out of these religious institutions. So like, what's that about? I always say the reason I left the church is because of the Bible. Yes. Kyle, jinx. Hold on. What does this GIF say? Shenanigans. Honestly, big mood. Oh no. What? Kyle. I refuse to read that out loud. What? Ew. Legalism is nonsense, especially in terms of how the literature was intended to be read. Kelly, yes. Agreed. Christy Burke talks about how the Bible is what caused her to start deconstructing Christianity, and I love her breakdown videos. I love that. Or her Bible breakdown videos. I love that for her. I appreciate when people are outspoken about it. Okay, let's get into this episode. Excuse, the Old Testament is wild. Okay, the Old Testament is wild. There's lots of stuff in there that you're like, hello? What is that? No episode, only visiting. Listen, if you guys want to do an only visiting stream, petition me for that. Two more orders of business. First of all, did anybody else see that Janet Duggar got married? I'm shooketh about that. Of course, it was immediately sold to People magazine as a People exclusive, which, whatever. But I was surprised by that. I hope that means that she gets to run far away from the Duggar compound and never look back. But I don't know. I'm sort of cynical about it. I'm hopeful that some of the kids will deconstruct and live normal, happy lives, but I don't know. Without going too far into it, I just found out my entire ancestry is Mormon, and it answered a lot of questions for us. I've been exploring the ex-Mon evangelical communities in hopes of understanding. Meyer, that's so interesting. Oh my. Yeah, I would not expect that, like, at all. What an interesting find. I gotta call the pharmacy. Oh, shenanigans. I'm sorry. I hate that. Boop, boop, boop. She's moving to Nebraska. See? I hope this bodes well. Is Jana the oldest girl? I don't remember. Yes, Christine, I saw the pictures of her dress, which also was kind of beautiful. I thought it was a really beautiful dress. She looked really pretty. I hope that she had a nice day, that their wedding was wonderful. I know that people always speculate about the political underbelly to like fundamentalist marriages and things, but I hope that they're really happy, genuinely. Okay, Jana is the oldest, yes. Yeah, I hope that they're happy and just, yeah, I hope that they live a happy, less fundamentalist life in Nebraska, honestly, because she deserves that. I'll start the petition for a visiting only stream. Jana looked amazing and she's the oldest girl at 34. But like also too, can we talk about what a sensible and healthy age to get married? She has a fully developed frontal lobe. She's had, some life experience anyways. I know she is part of the Duggar family, so she's probably been prevented from developing some autonomy, but I don't know, like that I think feels better than somebody getting married as a child, like Ethan and Olivia, literally, like this case study of these people who got married as very young people and that did not work out because they didn't know who they were yet, they hadn't had time to really develop themselves. So I don't know, I'm a sucker. I love, and I'm always going to cheer on somebody who's getting married at an age where like their brain is fully developed and they've hopefully found themselves a little bit. Yeah, Christine, exactly. There was another thing that I wanted to ask you guys, and I don't remember what it was. Hold on. I know, Jasmine. I don't know the circumstances around why she waited, but I hope that she is happy anyways. 35 and still not married, just living with my partner and cat kid. Really happy about it. Yes, Giselle, and we're applauding you. That's the way that life should be, doing the things that you want to do in the timeline that you want to do them, or sometimes not doing things at all just because they're a social or societal convention. The new Evangelicals channel is clapping emoji. It's brought me so much joy. I've learned so much. And it's a nonprofit organization. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. I don't think I've ever watched any of their content. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, I don't remember what the other thing was. If I remember, then I'll talk to you about it. But regardless, let's get into this episode. We're watching season 6, episode 2. So for those of you who are new to Plathville, we talked last week about a brief recap of the whole situation at hand. If you're watching earlier seasons too, there's definitely going to be spoilers in here, so watch at your own risk. But good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. Hi, Sid. Thanks for coming. Okay, that's a sick gift, Joe. Child-free cat ladies, rise up. Yes. I'm overachieving because I'm a child-free cat lady and a child-free dog lady and also a child-free not a lady. So, the 3 things that Republicans hate the most. Okay. Anyways, let's keep going. I tried to put myself back out there on dating apps at 21. My standards are now so high after healing. I can meet no one out there. Natty, yes. Aaron and I have this problem all the time. We're just like, you don't really match with anyone because you don't swipe on anyone because you're like, I don't want to date these people. It's hard. Emotional healing is hard in so many ways. Child-free not ladies, rise up. Yeah. Child-free cat not ladies. Hi, Pizza Eggie. So glad you're back. I love the Friday tradition. Me too. Me too. Friday is a good day for streams. The work week is coming to an end. And also, it's not on the weekend so that I can still have a weekend. Yes, dating apps are the bad place. Absolutely. Okay, anyways, let's get into this episode. We're going to watch the recap, so even if you didn't watch the stream last week, you'll get a brief overview of what happened, at least in the last episode. And that's it. Let me make sure that all of this is situated, because I have a sneaking suspicion that this is not... Yeah, no, it's not. It's just showing the chat. This. There we go. Okay. We have the episode under an overlay. We should have captions on. There we go. English captions, English subtitles, as it were. Also, for those of you who have joined since I've announced it, my poor baby, my little baby Savannah, she had leg surgery, so I am unashamedly raising money. This is a fundraiser. Not really, but... if you guys want to join the channel memberships or leave super chats, Erin and I are very grateful because we just spent a lot of money getting Savannah her bionic leg. So that's it. I think we're just gonna get, I know, just a baby. She's just a baby. Boop, 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 like meeting an exotic lizard. Okay, Kyle, that's so true. Okay, Cat cam, we're all situated. Let's go. All right, we're at 0 minutes and 0 seconds on season 6, episode 2. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1. How's the volume? Is that too low? It might be too low.
I wanted a place that I could have space for me and the girls.
Yes,
so
me too.
I
Thank you.
A houseboat.
The houseboat is absolutely wild.
I have started
volume's
running,
good.
and I have a running partner.
Yeah, Kim allegedly lives in the
going?
houseboat. Erin, thank you. Look at our
Dad
baby.
gave me the master bedroom with the biggest closet, and that's bigger than my apartment was. But me and Black Shack stay in there, so I guess that's nice.
That is a big dog. I wanted space, so I bought a houseboat. Danny! Hold on, pause. Thank you for the 10 memberships, Danny. What the heck? Karen, Uncan Spaghetti, Alex de Champlain, Marsha AV, BU Bro, Earpan, Danvers, Hawkor Van, Katie Brooks, and Crafty Dragon. Welcome to the McNugs. Thank you, Danny. I appreciate you, friend. Yes. More people who are now one of us. Yeah, you guys are McNugs now. Thank you. You know, it's better to watch this on YouTube because I don't have to see Barry like I do on Discord. That's fair, actually. That is true. A surprising benefit of watching on YouTube is that you don't have to look the people in the face who are morally repugnant. Okay, 48 seconds. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Sets we haven't settled yet that we're going to need to settle. Are you ready to move forward with
Spaghetti.
Can't accept this. There was a part of me that hoped that after being apart for so long that she would have changed her mind, because I had a feeling I would.
Why would you say that
Just
then?
make it work.
Oh my god. Okay, first of all, hold on. Danny said, love y'all McNugs, and we love you too. Second of all, we talked about this last episode. A pumpkin. Thank you for 10 more memberships. Brandy Broomfield, Nicole Lavender Alcala, Abby Elliott, Daniela Siebert, Jillian Canfield, Elizabeth Myers, Jessica Warren, and Brianna O'Neill. Oh, and Jay Stevens. Is that it? Yeah, welcome to the Nugs. Thanks, Punky. Katie. Okay, I know we talked about this last episode, but I do, just as a PSA, don't use the phrase like, I want to get a divorce, or like, I'm going to leave you if you don't X, Y, or Z. Like, never invoke that as a threat or an ultimatum, or like, a way to try to force your partner to do the things that you want. If we're having conversations about divorce or ending a relationship, it should be because you genuinely feel that way, right? Like, using that phrase as a way to manipulate people is manipulative. That's fucked up. Don't do that. It's coercive. And it can also veer into abuse depending on what the specifics of that relationship are outside of that. So I just generally, as a PSA, don't say that. Like Ethan saying, oh, well, I was hoping she'd change her mind because I figured that I would. Why did you say you wanted to end the relationship then, sir? Like, don't say that. It's just, ugh. If you think an ultimatum is good, watch the show The Ultimatum. Yes, exactly, Christine. Bad idea. Bad idea. Excuse. Ethan, how can you look that gorgeous statuesque, compassionate, talented human and think for 1 minute that you deserve her? Honestly, Miss Nothan, that's fair. Okay, Coda, absolutely. He's not asking, can't we just make this work? He's asking, why can't you just submit to my idea of you? 100%. Boop, 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 boop. I thought she would never divorce him as if, hold on. Oh, he thought that she would never divorce him as if he's the catch to end all catches. Well, Katie, I think it's also reflective of the very patriarchal values within religious fundamentalism, right? That women are subservient to men and only get to start their lives once they have a man. And so from his perspective, if she leaves, then she's like up shit creek, right? She is, I don't know, without prospects. And that's not real, right? That's not true outside of religious fundamentalism. You can even see the previous stream of Mickey watching The Ultimatum, I believe. Yeah, we've watched The Ultimatum and the Queer Ultimatum on this channel. So if you would like an example of how terrible that is, you can watch both of those streams. Okay, I have to grab my meds and I left them all the way across the room. So be right back. Just entertain one another for 2 seconds. Be right back. No. Hold on, I want to show and tell you guys also something, but I just dropped it on the floor. Okay, honorable mention because I wanted a seltzer, so hold please. Did I tell you guys that I got a new chair? Joe waits until Mickey is gone. Joe! Thank you, friend. Okay, look, I want to show and tell you guys some stuff that I bought from the chapel ronification of Halloween given to us by Michaels. Look at this. Look at this little guy. Look at him. He's got a pink head and an orange midsection and yellow feet. It's literally my branding color. Look how cute. We did accidentally choose branding colors based off the lesbian flag, but like, we can share. Isn't he so cute? I love him. We're going to have to figure out how to hang that on the wall. I don't even know where I'm going to put this. I'm going to try to just... There we go. On my old office chair. Okay, second on the list is this cutie little ghost. Isn't she adorable? In all honesty, it is a little bit of a scam because it's literally just a piece of fabric over a little foam bally with some felt eyes super glued, which you could definitely make yourself, but in the age-old adage, sure you could, but would you? And like, no, I would not have. Christine, you've been in McNug for 17 months? That husband isn't worth dealing with those in-laws. Word, Christine. That is so incredibly true. Capitalism really popped off today. Yes, it did. Also, hold on. Let me take my meds first before I freaking forget. Because that's definitely something that I would do. Also, maybe loud noise because I'm opening a can. Hold on. Lesbian love. Okay, that was a loud one. I'm glad I warned you guys. Hold, please. Ow. That first drink of a seltzer that's like way too bubbly for its own good. Yeah. Okay. So cutie little ghost lady, or maybe a non-lady, who knows? Regardless, very cute. Also this eyeball, I think this was on the set before, but I don't remember. So cutie little eyeball from Michaels. Also a cutie little pink bat. Look at how adorable. Love her. I will not buy new Halloween decorations this year. I will not buy new Halloween tickets this year. That's fair. Okay, and then my favorite, this I sort of made. It's two pieces. This little skeleton is separate, and then this little thing, this is just a tray from Michaels, but I'm going to put a command strip on the back and hang it. Is this not so cute? Look at how adorable. Like, there this person rests in a cuntified coffin. I love this thing so much. I'm obsessed. I know. Thank you. The spacing of this worked out so good. The little skeleton was the perfect size. And I was like, well, you know, they have to live in there. So, yes, that's what a Barbie skeleton would be. Absolutely it is. Okay, hold on. Let me put that back where it goes. Yes, the Trixie Mattel coffin. So real. Oh my gosh, Callie just posted a picture in Discord that's of a giant skeleton like top that looks like it's coming out of the ground. That's wild. Okay. Take your meds, everyone. Yes, reminder to take your meds. They're important and they help you. They're good for you. It is this year because we're taking the kids to Disney. Ooh, that's fun. Okay. Yes, that skeleton has posable arms. You can do the hot to go. Oh, love. Bless. Thank you, Michaels, for making cute Halloween stuff. Even though we're in the age of decline of Michaels, I'm appreciating it. They have those at Costco. Yes. Okay, that would actually be a super cute keys tray. You're right. Boot reloaded. You are correct. Okay, anyways. Now that I've taken my meds, don't forget to take your meds. And we have had a brief show and tell. Let's keep going. We're literally just in the what happened last time. We didn't even make it past that. So 1 minute and 15 seconds. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1. Oh, good. Okay, we made it through that now. I like the cutesy ones. I'm a little baby. I don't like scary. Ash, too real. We're in the age of decline, period. Oh boy. Look at these two. Well, just look at Ethan.
I'm back at the apartment today with Ethan, and my goal is to get our divorce paperwork finalized.
The lease ends this month. We go our separate ways.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't? Yes, Lindsay. Cutesy, demure.
I don't really know what to do.
But also
I know
how
this
unfair.
is hard. It's not like I can force you to accept it, but we've also been single for quite a while, and this is the last step that needs to happen.
Before you saw Olivia, had you any thoughts of changing your mind, or did that kind of happen the minute you saw her?
No, that kind of happened the minute I saw her.
I don't believe that for 1 minute. He literally said,
I don't know how to just keep moving.
Hold on, several things. He literally said, I thought I would change my mind. So, side eye, skepticism from me. Second of all, the gentle parenting that's happening right now is so offensive, even after they've both agreed that they are done. Relationship's over. Really all that's left is to sign the divorce paperwork. This piece of hair is going to drive me out of my mind. They've already agreed that they're ready to be done, and all that's left to do is sign the divorce papers. Olivia is somehow still being positioned to gentle parent this man into accepting a thing that he said he wanted. This is why they're getting a divorce. Okay. I know she does sound tired and also hopeless. There's a lot of hopelessness and confusion, I think, happening. Cutesy, witchy, spooky vibe. Yes, Lissy, absolutely. Yes, Becky, he gave the ultimatum thinking that she would cave and he didn't want her to leave, and now he's just trying to make her feel bad for choosing her. I think so too. I really do. I swear those people would make marriage mandatory if they could. Yeah, it kind of, I think, fits the fundamentalist agenda. Okay, 2 minutes and 39 seconds, pressing play. In 3, 2, 1.
Moving forward and living single lives and not file.
But I didn't want that.
Then why did you say that?
I'm sorry. I know this is hard.
She is way nicer than he deserves.
But I also personally kind of think that just dragging it out will make it harder for a lot longer.
Which she's correct. The way that I would have just lost it. I just don't have the patience for people like this. Like, this is the thing, too, that I think that Ethan should really thank his lucky stars that Olivia, first of all, possesses a kindness and compassion towards him that he, at this point, is not entitled to, but also that Olivia was unfortunate enough to have been raised in a culture that punishes and is violent towards women who speak plainly and clearly at men, because there are a lot of people, myself included, who would have held this man to task for what is like so clearly happening, right? There's a lot of factual things that are taking place here, one of which is that he used the threat of divorce in an attempt to coerce her into submission, and she called his bluff. Just because he does not like that she called his bluff does not entitle him to force her to change his mind. If he didn't want to get a divorce, he should have thought about that before he said, we're going to get a divorce unless you shape it up, because that gave Olivia the opening to say, okay, I'm not going to shape it up, so we're getting a divorce. And then Ethan went, wait, oh shit, no, wait, no, don't do that, come back, no. And like, no, there's only so many times that you can also push this button, right? I think Ethan got really used to pushing the nuclear button and this working in his favor, and then this time it didn't, and he's like standing around being confused and looking sad, and like, no, that's not fair to Olivia at all. Hi, Eames. Working while listening, so I won't be active in the chat, but so glad to be here. Hi. No worries. I hope that work goes good. I know, Bonnie, I do too. I wish that she had said, okay, well, I'm done, though. I'm entirely convinced that people like this would legalize all violence against women. I mean, again, it wouldn't not fit with the fundamentalist agenda. Hi, Autistic Frog. The way she's having to be comforting, level-headed figure. Yes, to placate him, even though she's also clearly going through a lot emotionally as well. I know, Maxie. And that's the other thing that is so frustrating, is that Ethan in this moment is behaving with very little, if not zero, regard for the way that this affects Olivia, right? Like, she's also processing a divorce. She's also moving through the grief of losing a life partner and ending a period of her life that was very formative, right? Ethan was somebody that she has known for like all of her life, all of her adult life, and she's having to reckon with being alone and finding her identity and moving forward. She's working through all of that grief of like the end of their relationship and feeling alone and trying to figure out like trust and love and relationships and all of this stuff. But Ethan said, well, but gentle parent me though. Like, it's exhausting. Hi, Jess. No worries. We just got started. We're 3 minutes, 11 seconds in to episode 2. He said, change or I'll divorce you. And she said, oh my God, promise? Yeah. JD Vance literally said he wants to do away with no-fault divorce and that battered women should be forced to stay married for the sake of the children. This is why when people talk about how like Project 2025 is the same as Kamala being a cop, I'm like, is it? Is it? Because it doesn't seem the same to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. He said that in the new episode this week that they had a whole convo about how he can only say it so many times, expecting her to not take him seriously before she left. Mackenzie, you mean the new episode of Plathville? Ethan has said before that he didn't want children with her. Yes, exactly. I think this is the other thing too, is that nostalgia, maybe this is a good lesson actually. Nostalgia is sometimes a liar. Sometimes nostalgia can be good, right? But sometimes nostalgia is a liar, because even if they were both suffering from the same syndrome of like not wanting to leave and having this nostalgia and this fear of walking away and feeling like, well, I don't know, maybe our relationship wasn't so bad, right? Even if that's true, when we look at the facts of the matter, these people are fundamentally at odds, right? One person is moving away from the politics and the values that they were raised with, and one person remains fully immersed in them. And at the core, this provides us with a huge conflict in regards to how we live our lives, how we raise our children, and like what we do with that information, right? And so even if you do love each other, we still have to contend with the fact that there's a fundamental incompatibility. And like, this is why it's helpful also to have friends, family, loved ones, supporters in your life who can help point that out for you, you know? Even if you have a fondness for a person that you know is not good for you to be in relationship with, it's good to have people in your life that can be like, okay, but it's still not good though, you know? That's why I think having a community that is loving but still truthful can be also a great way to help you grow in life. Please read my comment on your last video about this presidential take, which the podcast one? Or last week's main channel video. Every conversation I had with him was a huge effort. Oh, with your dad, but I thought I saw a comment fly by about your dad in Project 2025. I've been so busy prepping for my pottery sale / party tonight. I'm more than an hour late. Deborah, no worries. These streams are so long. Also, again, we're 3 hours and 11 seconds into the episode. So no worries. You've got time. My own abusive ex. Oh no, that's awful, Mello. I am so sorry. I know, Samantha. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep going. 3 minutes and 11 seconds. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Being back around Ethan does make me emotional because he's not doing well at all. But I know that Ethan and I are not getting back together, right? Like, I've moved on. I'm done. And
See?
I feel like
Also,
Ethan's
Lexi, thank you.
indecision confirms my decision, because the inconsistency that he's showing in what he says he wants, what he does, how he changes his mind, that played a huge role in our marriage of so many inconsistencies. And feeling loved and then not feeling loved, and feeling supported and then not feeling supported. And it was just kind of like a roller coaster.
Yes.
I feel like you can move on so
Proud
easily.
of her.
I don't understand that.
I don't know if it's necessarily moving on so easily as much as it is forcing myself to deal with everything and feel it all and get to the other side.
Oh yeah, Christine, you're right. I do have them linked in the description.
You sure we can't make this work?
He can't be serious. Okay, the other thing about this, the other thing about this that I think is a useful question to ask in this moment is like, even if Olivia wanted to make the relationship work, right? She clearly does not. Like, she's been very emphatic that no, she does not. But if she did, the question then becomes, okay, what are you willing to compromise on? How are you willing to meet me in the middle? Because if you are so sure and you're very serious that you want this relationship to work, how are you going to help our relationship succeed? Please answer that question before we move any further. I have a sneaking suspicion that the answer from Ethan would be basically nothing. So the answer is no, you know? Like, yes, exactly. Lindsay said, what does making this work even mean or entail? Exactly. Like, what does that look like to you? us making this work. What does that look like? Because I think to Ethan, that looks like Olivia meeting him 100% of the way and Ethan just reaping the benefits of Olivia abandoning herself, which also I think is another thing to acknowledge here, is that Ethan is essentially asking Olivia to abandon herself, and that's not love. That's not love. That's not what real, compassionate, kind, genuine love for another person looks like. It's totally fine to have things about your partner that you're like, you know, maybe I don't love that about you, or maybe there are things about you that are frustrating or irritating at times, or we can have disagreements about things, right? That's part of being a human. You don't have to have 100% synchronicity. But to love your partner only when they abandon themselves in the pursuit of making you 100% happy all of the time, you don't love her, you love the idea of a person who just exists in your life as a concept and an object rather than her as a human being. That's not love. That's not loving or kind, and you're also doing a disservice to the beautiful and wonderful and complex and valuable person that Olivia is. She deserves to have somebody who loves her for all of the intricacies of her personhood, not the service that she provides them. That's not fair to her. It's just gross to me. Yeah, women don't know what we need or want. Yeah, Samantha. Oh, yeah, obviously. We're all just so whipped up in our hormones. We could never know what we need. We need a man to tell us what we need. Also, hi, Allie. Thanks for coming. There was a free buffet. Ooh. Oh, my God. Allie, that's so fun. Yes. Little E, I was literally about to say, never pass up on a free buffet. Hi, Ear Pandanvers. We're 4 minutes and 34 seconds into the episode, so safe to say we just started. Boop, boop, boop. Yes, enmeshment and codependency, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, it is kind of main character syndrome, definitely. All right, let's keep going. We are 4 minutes and 34 seconds in, pressing play. In 3, 2, 1.
Could we wait like a few more months on the divorce to see where we're at?
Why? Good for her. Straight up say no. Proud of you, Olivia. Because also that probably was a hard skill for her to learn, to just say no. Knowing how she grew up, like just saying no like that is actually really scary. So proud of her for just saying no.
I can't do this today.
Yes, and so of course we're not doing this.
Today's my last day in Minnesota for this trip.
Yeah, and he knows that.
I leave tomorrow.
Oh, do you guys need me to turn the show up?
I don't really know what else to say. Like, I feel like I have a very clear idea of what needs to happen moving forward, but I can't do it on my own.
Correct. Which is, I think he knows that.
So I feel stuck. I don't really know what to do.
Yeah, he's doing that on purpose, I think. Yes, Katie, he is holding her hostage. Further evidence that he doesn't actually love her for her. Because also, can we just be so for real? If Aaron approached me tomorrow and said that he wanted to get a divorce and like we made some efforts to work through it and all this stuff, pause. And he, at the end of all this work, decided wholeheartedly that he just wanted to get a divorce. And I was like so wounded and hurt by this. I would love Aaron enough to say, okay, fine, right? Like, I love you. I want you to be happy. Like, that sucks. I'm not happy about that, obviously, but I love you enough to let you go. Like, that's, I think, a fair standard to have in a relationship, is that even when your partner does things that you disagree with, you want to see your partner happy. And if that means being away from me, then, like, again, I don't love that. I would ask that we, like, make an effort to work through that, obviously. But ultimately, at the end of the day, if at the end of all of that work, that's what that meant, I think really loving your partner means truly giving your partner the autonomy to make the decision that they want to make for themselves. That's not fair. Like, this just feels like further evidence that he doesn't actually love her for her. He just loves not being alone and loves the service that being partnered provides him. And I don't fuck with that. Oh, it's now, oh no, the show volume's a little loud. Okay, hold on. Let me turn it down. We'll turn it down to like, I wish it would, okay. It's in 2s, I guess. So we'll do 86. And we'll see how that is. My husband let me take sandwich classes in high school. It's not, man. What happens if the other partner straight up refuses to sign the divorce papers? I actually don't know. Okay, Lindsay, I was wondering that. Is there a way to still get divorced if your partner refuses to sign the paperwork? Do you just have to get them, like, have them served, I guess? Or does anyone know how that works? Okay, in Discord, we got it. I think it goes to court. I think there is a way, even if they don't sign. That's good. Aaron sees. Hi, Mrs. Is it Duitsu or Doitsu? Thanks for coming. I'm glad you made your first stream. Goldilocks in the chat today with the volume. I know, I'm sorry. I fucked with it because I had the music up. I unplugged my headphones and turned music on because Aaron and I were adjusting some things on the wall, actually. So there's new art and new things for you to see on our I think actually, yeah, the next podcast episode. So the volume got fucked up, but depends on where you live. But yes, after being officially served, they have a certain number of days to respond. Otherwise, consequences. Oh, okay. Beth, that's helpful. Thank you. There is, but it's way harder and it still takes ages. Okay. Yeah, that sucks. It goes to court, and if they refuse to cooperate, the judge will often just grant the divorce. That sounds fair, but also like, yeah, it probably takes forever. Rude. Okay, let's keep going. Crawfordville, Florida. What a pretty little bird, though. 6 minutes, 22 seconds. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1. Let me know how the volume is. Wow. That's kind of loud now. Maybe we'll turn that down a little bit. I don't know who mixes the volume on the show, but they need
The girls are at Taekwondo right now.
training.
And so I'm at Ken's house tonight riding four-wheelers. I spend a good bit of time with him at his house.
Probably because you hate your houseboat.
I've never driven a four-wheeler, and I'm having a ball.
Maybe just because you don't.
I'm going down all the dirt roads I can find and going through the woods, and it's just fun.
I've never ridden a four-wheeler, but it sounds scary. It's not, man.
I talked to Kim before about maybe moving in here at the house to save her some money. So I definitely was a little surprised when Kim bought the boat, but not disappointed because this makes her happy and it gives her her own space.
What an obviously staged.
We'll never again date a guy that doesn't have four-wheelers.
Little conversation.
I like the fact that Kim's outdoorsy also. We just seem to enjoy the same type things.
Do you think the fire will start?
Because
it's rained a couple times lately, so we'll see. Early on.
Also, I'm so sorry. I'm just going to be a hater for a second. Kim being like an outdoorsy person, but she's wearing like clogs that don't even have like a heel strap. That feels dangerous to me. I'm just saying. I have never ridden an ATV or a four-wheeler or like anything. I don't think that I would describe myself as outdoorsy for sure. But I do feel like there's a case to be made for wearing appropriate footwear to avoid accidents happening. I don't know. Is that just me? Like, that feels like an inappropriate choice to make. Yes. Yeah. I am related to I drive ATVs in flip-flops people. Okay, but even flip-flops at least are flat though. Like Kim's or little clogs have like a heel on them. It's not like a flat-footed shoe, which feels unsafe. Aaron said none of them are ever appropriately dressed for anything ever. Yes, it is maddening, punk. It's T, but common. I don't know what that means, Bonnie. I'm sorry. Like, it's bad, but it's common. I don't know what that means. I was required to wear sneakers on the four-wheeler. Okay, I would require my kids to wear sneakers on a four-wheeler. Hold on. She might be so outdoorsy that she goes outside and whatever. She's so used to it. I mean, fair. Okay, but again, at least Crocs have an ankle strap and are flat on the bottom. Hold on, let me rewind and show you her clogs. Because I just am confused.
We'll never
about
again
what
date a
we're
guy
wearing.
that doesn't have four-wheelers.
I like the fact that Kim's outdoorsy also. We just seem to enjoy the same type things.
Do you think the fire will start?
Because let me see your
It's rained a couple times lately, so we'll
Try.
see.
You can sort of see them. Hold on. You can barely see them here. They have like a heel. And they're like a slip-on shoe. Like, these look heavy. Okay, I saw a lot of you asking how old this man is. I don't know. Okay, thank you. Those are not outdoorsy shoes. Yes, this is Kim's boyfriend, I think, is what she's calling him. Hold on. Let me
Early on, some of the
see if
children
there's a
were
different
kind of
shot.
standoffish with Ken, thinking, you know, is this really even going to last? And here we are a year and a half later, the more they've gotten to know Ken. They love spending time with us, you know, with me and Ken.
Now she's barefoot. Is four-wheeling super outdoorsy? I mean, I feel like it's more outdoorsy than it's not. Ken seems uncomfortable around the cameras. Yes, he does. I lived with flip-flops growing up. This is why my feet are completely flat. Okay, Zoe, same. My shoe size has increased in the last like 2 years probably, from me being like I'm just wearing flip-flops all the time person. And now I'm wearing shoes. Like, I wear closed-toed shoes a lot because I just would rather like protect my feet. My feet are already flat. I don't need them to become fully Fred Flintstone feet. Boop, 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 boop. They're part of the Floridian uniform. Okay, Allie, yes. Well, and when I'm doing stuff, like, I don't know, I feel like it would be good to wear shoes. I'm not saying you gotta wear full-blown hiking boots or anything, but, like, something that is flat and has an ankle, like, thing, so it's attached to your foot in some regard. I don't know. Listen, I'm not from the South, so maybe I don't get it, but this is an interesting choice anyways. Okay, anyways, doesn't matter. Let's keep going. 8 minutes and 9 seconds. Pressing play. In 3, 2, 1. Woo, having a giant bonfire.
Whew.
Totally
Hot,
safe
close to the
behavior.
fire.
Pretty warm.
Yeah, the fire's like 8 feet tall, so.
So you're still enjoying the boat?
Hold on, pause. Let me show you this man. This is Ken. This is Kim's boyfriend. Yes, Allie. No, we're far south, but not like the South. We're in the Southwest is what people call it. But my backyard is okay, but your backyard is different though, Beth. People go barefoot in their backyard all the time. That's not what I'm talking about. These people are straight up in the woods having a bonfire, and Kim is barefoot. I don't know. I'm just saying. Yeah, the Southwest. You just want flat and has an ankle. No, Christine. No, he's not ancient. He does, when he talks, it seems like one side of his mouth opens like wider than the other side. Like maybe he has like a speech thing. And that might be contributing to why he sounds older than he is, I think. So I don't know if that is because of like a medical issue or if that's just like a regional thing or whatever, but he doesn't seem like he's that old. Like he's Kim's age, I think. Okay. Overlay. Here we go. 8 minutes and 22 seconds. Pressing play. In 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah,
Oh,
also
good.
Hookworm.
Yeah,
Cobble
I'd
Jen.
like to come down there sometime and hang out some more.
Yeah. I've offered to take you kayaking, but you said it's not fast enough for you. It was a few months ago that Ken asked me to move in. And, you know, I feel like that would have been fun. But I mean, I also would like to get past the divorce and be able to plan for the future one way or another.
Everything's still going forward with the divorce.
Yeah, as far as I know. I mean, I'm waiting again on Barry to get back to me about something, so, you know,
What
we'll
a
see.
surprise.
Seems like everything's moving kind of slow.
It does. I mean, it's been over 2 years. If I focus on it too much, I get frustrated that the divorce is taking so long. But I also feel like it's out of my hands because we're still trying to figure out finances and properties.
Well, I'm willing to continue to wait.
Good, thank you. That means a lot. I know initially when we first started dating, everybody was, you know, oh no, mom's dating somebody, you know, and they probably weren't that warm and fuzzy with you at the beginning just because you're mom's new boyfriend, and that, you know, doesn't go over real well.
That's the
but
only
I feel like
reason,
as they've
Kim.
gotten to know you a little more, they've really kind of come around and enjoy being with you.
Well, I think the more they get to know me, the more they realize how immature I am, and they really enjoy it. Well, it seems like everybody has come to terms and accepted it, except for Barry.
Yeah.
I know.
And that'll be the case until he gets a girlfriend. Barry and Ken.
Hold on. Can we just... Kim is like so willfully misrepresenting this whole state of affairs. I know, what a great thing that he's immature. I know that he's joking. He's probably just trying to say that he can relate to the kids, whatever. But oh, okay, your mom's divorce took 2 years. That's fair. So maybe it does just take that long. I don't know. The way that Kim is representing this, though, is really frustrating, as though the only reason her kids have an issue with Ken or with Kim dating anyone is because, oh, you know, like, that's just mom's new boyfriend. And like, no, it's because you started dating Isaac's flight coach, like his pilot class coach, a few months after you said that you were separating and then going to get a divorce from Barry, after you promised these kids for their entire lives that divorce would never happen. Divorce is not an option. We don't get divorced. Like, they grew up in a very religious and like pretty legalistic household with a lot of very strict, no nuance rules about a lot of things, including dating is not allowed. Your only option towards marriage is courtship, and that happens when you're really young with no physical contact, no sex before marriage, no kissing before marriage. You basically marry the first person that you date, and then you never get divorced. And then you got divorced, super quickly moved out of the house, got separated, and started dating a man that is like a mentor to your son. So, like, of course your kids are pretty fucking upset at you. Like, is that a surprise to anybody? I don't know. I just, like, yes, there is some baked in resentment that kids are going to have towards a parent's new partner, I think, generally speaking, but it's not just that. Like, there's so many layers, and a lot of them have to do with Kim's behavior specifically. Like, not just like generally, but because of the way that Kim conducted herself. So, she's just... Ugh. Between them not covering Kim's DUI in season 2 and now Kim sort of rewriting history about how the divorce went down and why the kids don't like Ken and all of this stuff, it's an eyebrow raise from me. It feels like Kim has a lot of say over the way the show represents her and the, I don't know, like time of end events and all of this stuff. I know in some states that they make you prove to the court that both partners have been living separately for more than a year before they'll grant a divorce. Yeah, I did know that. Yes, due to some really antiquated laws. And my mom's divorce didn't include any kids. Oh, interesting. Not having children was a great mercy in my divorce. I cannot imagine dealing with all of that. Yeah, and they have a lot of minor children. Well, not a lot, but a fair amount, I would say, of minor children. So that probably complicates things as well, including like custody and all of that. I watched a Mormon vlog family give their son $500 for making it to his 16th birthday. Ooh. Oh, that's so yucky. Ew, Christine, what a weird piece of content to exist. Those people are so gross. Just popped in to say thank you for my gifted sub. Whoever I got it from, I'm at work, so I can't stay, but I saw the email notification. I wanted to come say thanks. Amanda, I hope that your day, work. I hope work goes good. But of course, I don't remember who gifted you your membership, but there's a couple folks today, so. Okay, let's keep going. 10 minutes and 16 seconds, pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Never interact. Ken is willing. And any time that we're together, like if we're dropping the girls off and Ken's with me, Ken makes sure he's out of the car, facing Barry, approachable, willing to shake his hand. But Barry doesn't look at him or, go over there or anything. I personally would love to get to a point where we could all just be adults and talk and hang out when Barry is ready.
It is what it is.
Are you sure that it's when Barry's ready?
It'll be
'Cause
nice
it seems
at
like
some
you're trying to
point
fast
when he
track
starts
it.
dating and he has somebody, then it'll be, when there's a family gathering. He'll be able to bring his girlfriend, so I should be able to bring you.
That might be a turning point.
Yeah.
Or he may not ever.
Kim said no. That's not an option.
But yeah, I don't know how you go out to bars and you just.
Okay, we don't need to watch the coming up because we're just gonna watch it. So
all this stuff.
Okay, Phoenix, Arizona.
Do you want to do some stretches with me? Yeah, come on. Okay. This is actually how I impress men. I got here to Arizona last night to spend a couple days with Lid. And then you switched to the side. Oh, that was such a good hip hop. I heard it. My sister moved out to Arizona a couple months ago. She just wanted a fresh start. She wanted to move further out west. We're both recently out of very long-term relationships and figuring out moving to new cities, ironically both West Coast. That was really nice.
Yes, Lexi,
I'm having
exactly.
a lot of fun.
Not a
we
Barry
should work
defender,
out more
but
together.
same.
Yeah, we should. When Ethan and I ended our relationship 9 months ago, I was 25 and starting life over. I just didn't really know where to go. And always wanted to live in California, so.
No, thank you.
To Los Angeles for a fresh start. It's a
Good for you.
temporary place to live. I'm still traveling a lot. I'm still working,
That's
shooting
fun.
weddings.
Good
It's
for
nice
her.
to be in a big city. When I'm there, I have so many things I can do right at my fingertips. I can also just do nothing. I can be lost. I can read books in the park and go to the beach and take some time to kind of sit with everything that's happened in my life this past year and make sense of it. Let's get.
So first of all, with Ethan asking the question of how are you moved on already or whatever, shenanigans. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Oh my God. Catherine Baker, Ronaway, Leah Spencer, Fizz Chic, and Casey. Welcome to the McNugs, or welcome back for some of you. Thank you, Shenanigans, for the 5 memberships. Excuse. So Ethan said something in their conversation a minute ago about how how can she already be over this, or how can Olivia already be over this, or whatever. And Olivia just now outlined briefly, off the cuff in a talking head, the things that she's doing in her life that seem like they're probably contributing to her processing her emotions related to the divorce. Even just the practice of going to a park, reading, being lost, which also probably feels really nice having been from a small town, by the way, getting to go and be in a public space and be anonymous where no one knows who you are. Sounds very healing. But her just processing, just making space for her emotions is gonna go a whole hell of a lot further than Ethan just refusing to do anything about it and continuing to sit in denial that maybe we'll get back together. No, sir, you're keeping yourself stuck and you're not processing your emotions. And that's why, part of why you're not over it yet, Ugh. Kim. Yeah, still baffled at how entitled Kim feels to everyone's respect. Agreed. Yeah, from earlier also, I'm not a Barry defender at all, but I don't blame him for not wanting to be buds with Ken. Danny, thank you for being a McNug for 11 months. These streams give me life. Honestly, me too. Thanks for coming, friend. Glad you're here. My ex and I were formerly religious and poly at the time of our divorce, and she always wondered how I got over our relationship so quickly, but she's also the one who told me that she wanted one of my partners. Oh, okay, I'm not going to read that out loud just so I don't trigger anybody, but hello? Wolf Trap, I am so sorry that happened to you, because that's not okay behavior. But also, yes, exactly. Like, this is kind of the thing, right? That the partner who goes into a divorce having a higher level of emotional maturity, first of all, is gonna help, right? Being able to sit with, acknowledge, express your emotions, that goes a long way in being able to move through something difficult. That's why these are formative skills that therapists want people to develop generally, right? Being able to acknowledge and identify your emotions and then make space to express them and then be able to process them goes a lot further in terms of like working through difficult things. I've arrived and I'm ready to get upset. Let's go, Plaths. Hi, Marissa. Thanks for coming. Okay, let's just keep going. We're at 13 minutes and 18 seconds. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Just getting ready. Yeah, we can hang out. It is so good to have my sister in my life, and especially since we now only live 6 hours apart, we spend a lot more time together. How do you like living here?
6 hours seems like an eternity.
I love it. Yeah. Like, I lived with my ex for solid almost 4 years. That's all I knew.
Same, girl.
Honestly, I love being single, though.
There's like a little tiny part of me that feels like it's super weird to look at my younger sister and see her like get out of a long-term relationship and start over. And I'm in the exact same place myself. Part of me is like, shouldn't I like already have some of my life figured out? And then I'm also like, what is having your life figured out, you know? And like you said, this way we get to go through it together.
I think Olivia's doing okay, but I also know that she likes to be her cheerful, sunshiny self.
A bunch of platitudes in there, yeah.
Going on underneath. I'm just glad that she's here with me, but I know that she's got to try to process this in her own way, and I'm just going to be there for her. I don't even really want to give advice, because that's not really my place. So how would you say your trip in Minnesota went?
That wasn't terrible. I just want that final piece of paperwork done, and he's not ready to sign, so I'm like very frustrated. It's like, I understand that this has got to be so hard for him, for someone who doesn't like to process things.
Yes.
I understand why he's trying to push it off.
Yeah.
I loved him as a spouse at one point, so all of that just
Stop being so understanding.
gone immediately. I don't love him that way anymore. I don't love him romantically, but I still care about him as a person. And it's really hard to try to like hold that care and compassion while still being frustrated at the way things turned out and how he's dragging his feet now. Because I really would just love it to like be wrapped up.
Yes.
You know?
Wait, so you have to go back to Minnesota?
Yeah, I got to go back and hopefully get papers done. And
that's the last missing piece.
When you broke up with CJ, do you feel like that was pretty cut and dry?
Yes, but I think I had moved on a long time before. But you were literally married. I can't even imagine what that'd be like. I know a lot of people probably gave you a lot of crap for making that decision, but I'm really proud of you.
Thanks.
Do you feel like once he signs it, it'll be like a little bit of release? Like the butterfly can actually fly now?
Ethan and I have lived on our own now for like we've been separated. I've been calling it divorced, and I guess until papers are signed, it's not technically divorced, but to me, that's just a piece of like government documentation. The day we both said we were no longer in the relationship, we were divorced, moving on separately.
I feel like I gave my marriage everything I had. I have zero
Allie, yeah, it does seem scripted.
Doubts about whether I fought hard enough for it or not. I think I stayed way past the expiration date.
Yes.
Now being on my own and feeling like my life is so much more peaceful, it makes me realize how chaotic and dysfunctional that was, and I don't miss that. And maybe someday I'll separate it all in my mind, but for right now, he's part of that. That was an entire, just like, my whole world didn't feel safe.
Do you think you'd ever get married or no?
I don't know. I don't know.
The extra large box of condoms in your dresser says otherwise.
Listen, married people use
That's
condoms.
The thing. You don't have to get married to have sex. I don't think anymore.
Yes.
I know.
We're experimenting. We're figuring it out. Lydia's
Honestly, good for her,
definitely
though.
already going on dates, and I want to try some of that, but dating after marrying the first guy that you ever even held hands with is wild.
Yeah,
Lydia,
I can
don't know
imagine that that's a bit of a paradigm shift for Olivia. But at the same time, like I know, Giselle. At the same time, I do think that there's a lot of like practical life learning that she's yet to do. And that's not bad or wrong. But it is interesting to see, like, she is very, yes, exactly, Giselle. She's so emotionally smart. But then in some ways, I think that lack of experience, it peaks out every now and again, you know? Like her talking about how, like, oh, you know, I'm guessing by the box of condoms on your dresser that you're not going to get married anytime soon. Like, why? Lots of married people use condoms. Lots of people use condoms for different reasons. And that doesn't mean anything about somebody's willingness or openness to get married. I can't fathom having to kiss someone who I'm not sure is even a good kisser. Okay, wait. That's such a good point, Kyle. That would be, but also too, like, not really having a concept of what being a good kisser is would be really confusing. I mean, how do you even know? That would be odd, I think. Get these women some Balesa toys. Oh, I hope that the experimentation includes like sexual empowerment and safety also. My sisters and I are all married. My sisters and I all married the first person we loved, and all three of us were divorced by 30. Christianity is a hell of a drug. Yes, absolutely. I'm casting the TV so I can see through the overlay. Sorry to my boyfriend. Marissa, love that for you. Oh no, what if they smell or taste bad? But also, yeah, what if somebody was like a really, really bad kisser and did like weird or uncomfortable or inappropriate things? Like, how would you know? I don't know. I just really don't fuck with the paradigm of like, it's totally fine to just marry someone that you've never held hands with or front hugged or kissed or been physically or sexually close with in any way. Like, there's a lot that could go awry there. Yeah, sexual compatibility, exactly. Okay. 17 minutes and 5 seconds. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
How you do it?
What?
I don't know how you go out to bars and like you just let guys like get that close to you and like touch you and buy you drinks and like
You set some boundaries, but casual connections are really hard for me. Like, I don't know if that's residue from how I was raised.
Probably.
But I'm trying to like work through that. The learning curve is quite steep.
I can't wait for you to come visit for a week. And we'll do some fun stuff this time too. But
it's fun stuff going out to the bars
before we buy. Love that.
I will be your wing woman.
I'll take you dancing with the cowboys.
You are crazy.
Do you think I'm more wild than you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I walk in your room and I see the big box of condoms and I say, get it.
Olivia and I just have very different approaches to dating, and I've told her a lot of stories so far, and sometimes she's shocked, sometimes she laughs, sometimes she's horrified. She knows that I'm not a relationship type person.
Yeah,
and
Allie, I noticed
Olivia,
that.
she'd rather find a soulmate, someone that will treat her like the queen that she is. So
that's fair.
Those guys
Yeah,
can
maybe
be very
that's just
hard
a
to find,
personal
but I know
thing.
she'll find it.
Here is a woman who knows what she wants.
Here's a woman that's trying to figure it out.
I do think there is some semi-judgmental
What's
stuff
new in
going on
Minnesota?
there, though. Okay, we don't need to watch the coming up. We're just gonna see it.
Enjoy. So I
Oh, hold on. Okay. I know, Katie. Yeah, condoms definitely weren't placed there by production at all. Divorced dude leather jacket. Too real.
Hi. How are you? There you go. Enjoy. So I recently got a job at a restaurant in Tallahassee. It's a 45-minute drive back and forth from Cairo, but
No.
it's worth it. What would you like to drink? Cap. Awesome. I've learned that when you
Totally not
have
staged.
money, you have more freedom. When you have no money, you have no freedom. And I've been working as much as I can to save to record music. Thus,
I just am curious what she's alluding to here. I know a 45-minute commute is a no for me. I don't understand what that's meant to mean. Yeah. The, like, when you have no money, you have no freedom thing. Like, is that a dig at her parents? Is that her... Like, I don't understand. I know. It does seem like kind of an obvious lesson, but I don't know. Yeah, that's what fundy isolationism will do to you. Fair. This is just, I don't know. This is an interesting thing. I would love for my commute to only be 45 minutes. Ugh. The idea of a 45-minute commute is a no from me. Yeah, that sounds terrible. Marissa, I truly doubt it. Her mom was chained to the stove like me in a hypothetical crazy story. I mean, not wrong. Okay, 19 minutes and 27 seconds. We're pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
really what I want to do.
Try and target at least 2 or 3 different drinks that you know really well, just so if anybody wants a recommendation, like, oh, this one, it has this in it.
So you always sound like you know what you're
Exactly.
doing. I trained as a server and a bartender, so I do both. I love bartending. I feel like that's probably my favorite. All right, so today we're gonna make the mint chocolate chip martini. This is one of my favorites. It is, let's see.
I hope that's a new one.
And this is a good drink if you like sweet things. And I like sweet things. I'm sweet. I wanted to do waves. Is that very wavy? I'm proud of myself, wow.
So we're gonna need a cup of avgo and a cup of gumbo.
Okay.
If you want to go ahead and make those.
I'm just a hater of like the editing and production on this show. Like, what was that? Yes, the TikTok thing is so weird. What was that? Is that like Discovery's attempt to stay relevant? Or like, why are we editing the show like this with all these emojis and all the like, I don't know. I think it's strange. Yeah, Hellfire Fox said the bartender bit is weird. Moriah did go to school, or a school for mixology. I don't remember if it was mixology or if it was just like a bartender training course or something. Hi, Meniomas. I am so sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Please tell me if I am. So I don't know if that's what that is about, or yeah, I don't know, but I know. I wonder if she's doing promoting for the bar also. I would not be surprised by that whatsoever. This is a boomer trying to connect with the youths. Katie, entirely too real. Okay, 20 minutes and 27 seconds pressing play. In 3, 2, 1.
As you can.
I'll go make them, yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you. The pink hair is very faded, but we're working on it.
Serving is a little bit more manual labor. This is the avgo. Avgo lemon for you and seafood gumbo for you. Please don't mind the mess I made. I am loving working there. It forces me to be social, and I need that because I wouldn't do it by choice. Usually I'm kind of like, well, you know, I'm gonna spend today with my dog if it's free. Here you go. Get you some water. This makes me like, all right, I'm gonna go out and talk to people and be kind to people and enjoy seeing people. Hello. How are you doing? I'm doing wonderful. I needed to just get my butt up and work.
Ariel,
so I'm actually moving
thanks for
forward,
joining the
even if
McNugs.
my life feels like it's not in a good place.
Hold on, pause. Thanks for joining the McNugs, friend. Welcome. Empty Dingo said, love the cat cam. Thank you. That's my baby Echelon. I saw somebody, oh yeah. Did you tell me if I'm spelling your name wrong? Hold on. Let me scroll back up. I don't think so. Meniomas. Thank you. I also love the cat cam. I'm a little behind, but at this point, Olivia needs to just start behaving like she's divorced, start dating and move on. I think she is kind of doing that a little bit. I think she's just struggling with Ethan not signing the paperwork being kind of frustrating, which I feel like is very fair because there are like some legal stuff, legal things that are like getting in her way, 45-minute commute is pretty standard where I live. Oh my God. I saw Allie said that earlier. Like, that's wild, man. I mean, my commute, I guess, is like 30 minutes when I come here, but 30, 35, depending on traffic. But still, I don't know. 45 minutes seems long for some reason. I'm sure she didn't mean it like this, but it made it sound like, she's bothered by being kind to people. Yes, that's why I made that face, Christine. Because, like, what do you mean? I'm sure it's just her talking about, like, having to confront social anxiety or, like, the discomfort of being out and about, being perceived. She might just not have the language to express that in the way that we're understanding it, but fair enough. Okay, anyways, 21 minutes, 33 seconds, pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
If I'm working, I'll feel like, all right, my life is gonna get somewhere one of these days.
Wait.
So with these, so when we sell bottles of wine, we are gonna take these off.
Okay.
There's a trick. Boom, pop it off.
This is why I go to the gym.
Okay, hold on really quick. When we watched this the first time, that's not hard. Aaron and I both were so confused because if you didn't know, the little plastic seals that are on top of a wine bottle, unless it's like wax sealed on there, you can pop those off super easily. Like you don't have to cut them. You can literally just rip them off if you don't like smash your hand around the wine bottle. Like, you don't need any upper body strength whatsoever to pop those off. I don't know what she's talking about. I just, as a PSA, in case you didn't know, it's super easy to take those off. I used to commute over an hour. Oh my God. Pitt, that's wild. My server PTSD. Honestly, food service work is truly the worst. I'm thankful that I was never like a server. I only worked in like fast food service and stuff, because being a server seems like the most thankless and difficult job. When I worked at a wine bar, they made me open it tableside and carefully cut the foil. That's so annoying, Marissa. I would be so irritated. Okay, let's keep going. 21 minutes, 49 seconds, pressing play in 3, 2, 1. 2 hours, Atomic Crouton. My God. That sounds terrible.
That gift, thank you very much.
So now what do I do?
You draw?
And then what am I going for with these?
Again, a totally
you can go
not
for 3s
staged
or 4s or
I would probably rather play Sorry than play this.
Well, that's a sorry approach. Tonight, the 3 young girls are down in Florida with Kim, but Moriah's at home, Lydia's at home, Isaac's at home, and then one pops up from South Florida now and then. Look at this, back-to-back wild thing. That's a wild thing. I take a lot of pleasure in
They look like
having
they're
them come back and visit
living it up.
and to hang out here.
You do that there, and then I have this.
You can't do that.
Hey, it's been a few months since I played this game.
It's just so awesome, the whole family being here, or all of us older siblings.
His socks are these.
Yeah. Those are mine.
I just heard that Ethan's on his way down here to visit us, so I look so forward to seeing him and just spending time together as a family.
The way that Lydia speaks is so very much giving Quiverful. Like, her IBLP cadence is super off-putting because she's really good at it. And I think if you didn't really know anything about it, you might just like, okay, what a, kind of a weird thing to say, but it feels very coached and it gives me the ick. Gems, hi. I didn't realize you were in here. Hello. These people are pod people. It is kind of that energy though. It just got here. Oh, okay. I know. I don't think Lydia wants to be freed though. I do think that Lydia kind of likes it. Not likes it, but like Lydia is still under the delusion that this is where she ought to be. I think if you gave Lydia like everything that she would need to leave that life behind, she would say that she didn't like that or didn't want that and she was fine. Not related, but I'm planning a trip to the USA next year. If you guys want to recommend places to visit. Ooh, Giselle, fun. Where are you visiting? Like specifically where in the US? I think it's interesting that Hosanna basically is no longer a part of their reality. Well, Mello, I'm interested to know to what degree they still contact her, because from my understanding, she just was very clear and like firm that she did not want to be filmed. She didn't want to be a part of the show. She didn't want her life talked about on the show. So I think they omit her for the sake of her privacy. But I don't know that they've cut her out of their lives. I would assume that she's still sort of related to them. I mean, like, or in contact with them anyways. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, Chicago, fun. I don't know anything really about Chicago except for the touristy things that I looked up when I visited one time. So I'll defer to people who live there. I saw that Jana Duggar is married, though. I know. How isn't that? Oh, okay. Connecticut near Hartford. Also know nowhere. Know nothing about that area of the country. So I changed my name because it was referencing an anime character. Oh, okay, fair. Okay, boop, boop, boop. Okay. Oh, and they said all the oldest kids are here. Oh, Mello, that is a good point. And again, see, I'm like, is that because they're trying to maintain her privacy or because they just genuinely don't talk to her? I also wouldn't be surprised, actually, because the oldest daughter is like real deep in the sauce with religious fundamentalism and the whole bit. So I wouldn't be surprised, actually, if she is like really not keen on being associated with them because of the stain that's on their family now. So I don't know. Could go either way, really. Okay, 23 minutes. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Hi, Ethan.
Oh, hey, yeah, the Field Museum is so cool.
Hey, dude.
I
How's
loved
it
it
going?
there.
It's good to see you.
Oh, good to see you.
It's good.
After seeing Olivia in Minnesota,
It's nice that he's giving
I
them real
decided
hugs.
that I want to see my folks again, get away. Olivia's visit, I feel like, went terribly. Did I take a chair? I feel like I'm kind of running away from maybe what I just should have finalized with Olivia. Maybe I should have just ripped the Band-Aid off and done the paperwork and just had it over with.
I don't understand
But I
you.
didn't. I physically felt like I couldn't.
You could. You just chose not to.
Hey, Moriah.
I'm very glad to be here.
Still, I don't
Yeah,
want to
you
burden
look it.
them with, like, oh, you know, I'm having a bad day, blah, blah, blah.
I don't know. I don't know how to talk about all this stuff.
That's clear. That's why you're getting a
So,
divorce. Also, again, if this is not an indication of the way that the Plath family mistreats their children and fundamentally hurts their children by teaching them that talking about their emotions is being a burden, especially because we're not talking about Ethan coming down here and wanting to complain about having like shitty traffic on the way, right? Like he is saying, I don't want to burden them with like, ma'am, having a bad day, when the news is that he's getting divorced, that his marriage of like 5 years, I think, is being dissolved. Like what? Him saying that he doesn't want to talk to them about how he's sad that his marriage is ending, his marriage to the woman that he's known since he was 20, his marriage that he has been in for the entirety of his adult life and that has already been kind of a contentious issue in the family, that marriage is being dissolved, but he doesn't want to burden them. Like, what are these people teaching their children? It can't be anything good. It can't be anything good. Just the fact that he's absorbed this as a value speaks volumes about the way that the Plath family fundamentally wounded their children. Okay. I don't understand the Skibbity Riz thing. Can someone please explain it to me? I feel so old. I don't get it. Depending how long you stay. Boston or New York. It's wild to me how close stuff in the East Coast is, because that's like not our experience here. A 6-hour drive barely gets you to California, where I am. Actually, it might be 8 even to get from here to San Diego. Okay, 24 hours. What is wrong with? I know what's wrong with my brain. It's because I'm sleep deprived and stressed. Okay, 24 minutes and 1 second. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
What's new in Minnesota?
Is it cold yet?
It's like 30. It was like in 40s today.
That's cold.
I'm still riding my motorcycle in Minnesota, though.
Really? No. You mean you're still riding your bike?
I know how you can do that so well. It's because you spent so many years in Minnesota.
It's not gonna look good.
You know, the first thing that I see is the old Ethan is there with his smile and his like radiant, joking persona,
Huh?
right? But you know, you can see it in his eyes. He's got that look in his eye, like going through some stuff that's rough.
Which is it, Barry? Is he a jovial, happy, go lucky little guy? Or is he, like, can you see it in his eyes that he's going through some rough stuff? Like, I know. You can see it all over his body. Like, he is struggling right now. This is so very much the thing where abusive parents will convince themselves and manipulative parents will convince themselves that they know their kids so well and like, oh, I can just feel it, that he's back to his normal self. And like, you mean the part of him that's deeply depressed and is sad and is grieving? That old Ethan? Eames, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships, friend. What the heck? Morgan Bicon, Scout Murphy, Lisa Sigorski, Virginia Soares, and Latte Smurf. Welcome to the Big Nugs. Thank you, Eames, so much. I appreciate you. Yay! I love when people are here in the chat when they get gifted a membership. That's my fave. Yeah, I just don't understand this, like, oh, he's back to his old self. Like, no, he's not. He's grieving. Ethan is having a crisis, and you think that's his old self. Like, ugh. Okay, 24 minutes and 41 seconds pressing play. In 3, 2, 1.
So what else is new?
Eames.
Well, me and Olivia are getting a divorce. So that's what's new.
Why is he smiling? Like, yes, Hellfire, exactly.
Yeah, we've been separated since March or February, late February. So I was kind of hoping something maybe would have changed after the summer, but I've asked her if we can give it another go, and I guess that's a no. So.
I know that this show is edited. It's entirely possible that they're just reusing the same footage of silence over and over and over again to make it sound like there's a pregnant pause in the room. But the fact that no one immediately was like, oh my God, Ethan, we're so sorry. Or like, wow, that's wild. Like, what happened? Oh my God. Like, there's no expression of support or like anything. Again, I think this speaks volumes about the way that this family addresses and has been indoctrinated to deal with their own emotions and with trauma and with grief, because I know, yeah, Moriah's over-exaggerated sad frown face is so annoying. Does she look genuinely sad? I don't know. Maybe I'm just jaded because Moriah was really rude to Olivia last season. But to me, it looks like she's putting on what she thinks is sad. I don't know. Maybe that's just my own bias, to be fair. But it does kind of look like somebody cosplaying sadness to me. But I don't know, Beth. Maybe that makes you a better judge of whether she looks truly sad or not. Because those of us that watched last season are, like, jaded, you know? Subtitles. I'm sorry. There are subtitles, but they're just so like up high on the screen. I don't know why they're like that. There. Is that better? Can you see them now? It's the only time she's emoted at all in the time I've been watching. That's fair. Okay, yeah. Can you read all of the subtitles? I can't tell because the thing is so small. There. How's that? This is how sad looks. Jess, I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not. Wait, did it sound like Ethan said labia instead of Lydia? Maybe she's thinking about the impact this will have on the public. perfect perception of the family. That is so shady. Oh my God. It does. I think it just reminds me of the way that Bethany from Girl Defined will mime sadness in her interviews when she doesn't know what to say. And so she just nods and says, yeah, and makes this over exaggerated frowny face. That is kind of what it reminds me of, I think. No, Katie, don't bring that up. Yeah, exactly. But regardless, the fact that no one seems to be expressing any kind of support, because also there are two people in the room who are close enough to like put a hand on his shoulder or like make some kind of effort to be in connection with him, and no one really seems to be doing anything. Like, I really think that Kim and Barry discouraged, if not punished, their children, allegedly, for expressing emotion or for being, I don't know, emotional at all. I know, but it's his dad and his brother, I think, that are closest to him, no? I think there are people of the same sex near him. Not in my Christian household. Yeah, exactly. Okay, 2518, pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
I've asked her if we can give it another go, and I guess that's a no.
Little
so.
E, what? I need to watch
I
her
don't know,
podcast interviews.
like, what to say. It hurts. I hurt for him just knowing what he's going through.
Why do you look like you're smiling then, Moriah? What is that face? I'm doing a lot of policing of people's faces.
Today, Lydia and I are going to see a tarot card reader.
We don't need to watch the coming up. We're just going to watch it. Thank you. Okay, hold on. Yeah, no, I think they definitely think it's a good thing that he's not going to be with Olivia, which is why they're also not being super kind.
I was.
But also, can we just talk about really quick? This happens sometimes in families where even when someone is in a relationship with somebody that you don't really like or that you think is bad for them, we can still acknowledge that, like, yes, I think it's good that you're not going to be with this person, and I feel bad that you're hurting, right? And I still love you, and I don't want you to be sad. Like, I don't know. Again, I do think it just speaks volumes about the fact that this family seems to have little, if not no, emotional intelligence to support their loved ones when they're walking through something that's complex. Or just, like, generally, really. I know, I hate the coming up bits also because they're, like, so long and, like, for why? Like, I'm going to watch it. Can you just let me watch it, please? I know that the show is made for cable, and so, like, I get it, whatever, but still, I don't like them. Okay, 2614, pressing play. 3, 2, 1.
Kind of hoping something maybe would have changed after the summer, but I've asked her if we can give it another go, and I guess that's a no, so.
I'm sorry to hear that.
What?
I was not
sorry to hear
surprised
that.
when he told me. I just had this inkling that
You think?
it was coming.
Barry's an
but
empath.
just a matter of when.
Heard it here first.
So I'm just kind of concerned for Ethan, because divorce is a rough thing to have to go through.
We're here for you.
Yeah, I thought I would come down and get away from it for a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, Ethan, if there's anything you need, just never be scared or hesitate to let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, no matter what happens, you can always come down and get some support here if you need it.
Support in the form of a silent room?
Last year was
groundbreaking.
A rough one for my relationship with Ethan. In the past, we've let a lot of things be issues, I guess, that I never should have let be issues.
Not me, we.
Needed me a lot in that time, and I just wasn't there for him. I never want things to get in the place that they've been again.
I find it really ironic this, like, I felt like I had to do
do things or not have relationships with people to try to make us work. And maybe it worked for a short time, but it certainly wasn't an answer in the long run. And then after all that's said and done, and it doesn't work, you guys are still here for me, and she's obviously not.
Like if you need somebody and you're up in Minnesota, I'm a phone call away, and I would even fly up and see you. Like,
okay.
Wow. That is truly the greatest sacrifice from the unemployed man with nothing to do all day but plant flowers for his girlfriend that has money from a show that finances their lifestyle to get on a plane. Whoa. Micah is really willing to sacrifice a lot for his brother. That is, wow. Honestly, good for him. What a show of confidence. This family. You couldn't rip them apart if you tried. I just... I know. Stunning. Has there been anything in this series about what kind of child rearing was used? No, they've, I think, specifically probably not discussed that. We do know that they were really intense about the rules, like not being allowed to consume sugar. They weren't allowed to drink soda. They weren't allowed to do all kinds of stuff. They were like really, really intense with what their kids were allowed to do or not do. So I just don't have a high level of confidence that they were particularly giving in the emotional department either. He's a giver. That's fair, Mello. I think for what it's worth though, these scenes are very much giving producer orchestrated. I would bet big money that Ethan has already probably talked with his family. If not all together, at least one at a time about what's going on. They probably knew before this, conversation was filmed, is what I'm saying. So that might also explain why there's a pretty notable lack of reaction. But still, I just refuse to give the Plaths, mostly Kim and Barry, a pass for they're probably like great to their kids. Like, I don't think so. What we know about the Fundy world, especially, and like the patriarchal and I don't know, fucked up attitudes that come along with it, are that they're generally speaking not very good at being emotionally intelligent or emotionally like checked in with their kids. This is so the POV of families who don't understand no or low contact. I sacrificed for my marriage and it ended anyway. Not like I set healthy boundaries to unmesh for my toxic family. Yeah, I think that's the other thing to address here, is that Ethan sacrificed his relationships with his family in order to, I don't know, work for or work on or show up for his marriage. And that ultimately his marriage ended anyways, which is not a show of the no or low contact being bad or like for nothing. I think this again just illustrates the fact that he fundamentally misunderstands why Olivia felt hurt by Ethan not limiting his contact with his family, right? Because the truth is that she asked that they limit contact with his family because they were committed to being harmful to her and at the very least rude to her, right? He didn't understand that. And so it was constantly this like, how can I sneak a little bit of contact in with my family edgewise without Olivia knowing? And that was hurtful to her. Like, he didn't really seem to understand that from Olivia's perspective, it was confusing that he would want to be with people who were at odds with his spouse. He didn't get that. And didn't seem to understand the, like, why should I stand up for my partner when they're my family thing, which is why the marriage in part ended, right? Not the other way around. He seems to be, like, sort of confusing or, like, misordering the things. Yeah, why even do it? Feels, if it ended, feels like where Ethan is somewhat. Yeah, definitely. Yes, and made no effort to learn. Scout. Yeah, exactly. Ooh, non-binary laundry day is a vibe. Okay. Let's just keep going. 28 minutes and 35 seconds. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
I ultimately want what's best for Ethan, and I ultimately want what Ethan wants. So I've forgiven Olivia for, probably most of the hurt that I at least felt like she had caused in my family. So yeah, I try not to hold any hard feelings against her.
So have you...
It's such a pious, self-righteous fucking affect. Just like, especially from the person who is too much of a chicken shit to sit down with Olivia and have a face-to-face conversation about all that transpired. Like, she opened that door, asked to meet with him, and he rejected her. And so for him to be like, oh no, I've forgiven her, I am so much better than her. Like, you were too much of a coward to even talk to her. Again, not really great with emotional intelligence, and not really very good, it seems, with conflict resolution either. Very much the Fundy brand of like, just sweep it under the carpet and don't talk about it, which is shocking news. Not great for your relationships. Boop, boop, boop. I know, Scout. Yeah, also the mostly forgiven too. Very Christian. Very Christ-like. To have mostly forgiven. Okay. 28:54, pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
You process certain things like, you're not in denial, obviously, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think he is, Barry.
Because she was in Minnesota before I came down here, and she wanted to do the paperwork and, finalize like financial stuff and all. And I told her I couldn't do it.
Were you feeling rushed?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my advice to you would be, don't rush it. Take the time
It's been months
to get to the point where you're okay.
I was kind of surprised that she wanted to rush it, especially after everything we've been through. I mean, it seems ridiculous to have it end after you tried so hard, but whatever. I guess things don't always work.
I think being home with my family, seeing my siblings, it's going to be good for me.
Yeah, it's helpful to have somebody to listen and talk to.
We should go finish the game.
You want to go shuffle?
Let's go play a game.
We can let you guys talk.
Let's just be done.
Y'all talk.
You guys can come join us playing games whenever you want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
We won't be long.
Barry stringing Kim along for 2+ years and refusing to sign paperwork and all of this stuff, like, is not the person to take advice from when it comes to the appropriate timeline for getting divorced. But also, again, the fact that Ethan feels rushed in signing the paperwork because he is hoping that he can gaslight Olivia into being married to him still, even though it's clear that he's not willing to compromise and her needs are not being met with things the way that they are. So, like, no, taking advice from Barry about this issue, probably not great. But also, again, just really is giving, like, I'm stringing your mom along and refusing to sign the paperwork, so you should too. Like, no, Barry, this is literally how generational curses are started. My God. Okay, 30 minutes, 9 seconds, pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Sounds good. Come join us.
So, what you're going through, I've already been through in some respects, right? It's just different person to person. But there's just common denominators: denial, bargaining, anger, depression, right?
You mean the stages of grief, Barry?
The depression to go, and it hasn't. It's been a while.
Why do you think that is?
It's a visitor. You understand that, right? So do you beat yourself up?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm a failure?
Yeah, but I feel like there were a lot of things I could have done differently.
I think you did a lot. You really did so much to make it work.
I could...
Why did she not see that then?
Well...
Look at his face.
Because it's not about you and her.
Look at this man's face. This Barry is not demure, not mindful. Look at how he didn't lay his wig. Barry did not do his eyeliner. Barry is not demure, not mindful. No chi-chis, not mindful. Ah. Oh my God. Okay. First of all, the fact that Barry is delighting in this moment seemingly tells us a lot, again, about the state of affairs in this family. Yeah, Barry does not have skibidi toilet riz. Absolutely not. It tells us a lot, though, about where they're at in their family, because it seems like Barry is delighting more so in the dissolution of Ethan and Olivia's relationship, simply because it means that Olivia's not going to be around anymore, which sucks. Like, that's so not kind or loving towards your child. Regardless of what you think about your child's partner, in this moment, he needs you to show up for him, and you're not doing that. You're just giving him this sly, smug little look when Ethan asks, like, wow, well, why can she not see that, right? Like, generally speaking, we would hope for an answer of like, well, sometimes relationships don't work out, right? Sometimes marriages are just not meant to be, or sometimes, you know, people are in our life for a little while, but they're not meant to be in our life forever, or sometimes marriages or relationships are just fundamentally incompatible, right? Sometimes we grow apart from our partners. Sometimes when we are trying to grow into the, truest version of ourselves, that means that our partner doesn't grow with us, and so we have to say goodbye, right? That doesn't mean that you're bad or wrong. That doesn't mean that you didn't put effort into your relationship. That might just mean that at this moment in time, y'all are not meant to be with each other, right? Y'all are maybe better as friends. Maybe y'all will circle back around to being kind or loving towards each other in a friendly or like platonic way later in life. But right now in this moment, y'all are not meant to be. Y'all are not compatible. And that doesn't mean that either of you are terrible or wicked or bad people. It just simply means that the best way that we can love each other right now is to let each other go. Like, there's so many other things that you could say besides this, like, look that Barry just gave Ethan of like, well, you know why it didn't work out. Because the subtext here is very much like, well, it didn't work out because Olivia is a wicked, sinful little bitch. And like, no, Barry, that's not what your child needs from you right now, you know? Thank you, Samantha. I just am confused by Barry choosing to prioritize his delight at being right about disliking Olivia as opposed to showing up for his kid. I mean, I'm not confused, I guess, because it tracks with the way that they treat their kids, but just, it sucks, you know? It's disappointing. I used to work at an airport, but I lived in a rural area with no traffic. It was easily 2 hours away each. With traffic, it was easily 3. Oh my God. That sounds terrible. That's a terrible commute. Yeah, promise, exactly. That's what he thinks, is that, you know, this is all Olivia's fault and it's because Olivia's terrible. And like, no, it's not. It's because you and your family made yourselves the biggest obstacle in Ethan and Olivia working out their marriage that you possibly could. And like, congratulations, it worked. Guess who it hurt? Your son. Yay! You got to be right. Guess what? You hurt your son in the long run. Look at how fucking depressed your kid is now. Like, are you happy? Are you happy now? Like, good luck. You won. You convinced everybody that Olivia and Ethan were not meant to be. And the outcome of this is that you fucked your kid's life up. Like, whoopee. I know, Beth. Yeah, that's the thing. He does seem like he is happy about it, which also is fucked up. Yeah. That damn woman knows her worth. I know. Terrible. It's just really disappointing and gross, but also, again, kind of indicative of the way that the Plath family handles disagreements, which is that the family dysfunction must be prioritized above all. And so I think Olivia ended up being, like, fortunate enough to escape this But the unfortunate outcome of this is that in their pursuit to be right and to push out outsiders, they've wounded their son pretty grievously, and they don't really seem to care, which is fucked up. I think that's, not what we're striving for as far as parenting is concerned. Good luck, babe, for real. I know. Yes, Hattie, I think so too. This clip sums up how Barry is about his kids. Yeah, same with Kim. I think so too. Okay. Oh, God. Let's rewind by 10 seconds because I think we paused in the middle of dialogue. So 3106, pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Did she not see that then?
Well, because it's not about you in her realm. It's about her in her realm.
No.
I feel like this last year has been the hardest year of my entire life. I feel like I have learned an immense amount. I feel like I'm not even the same person today as I was a year and a half ago. And to hear my dad say that he thought that I, at the very least, tried all I could, that was probably one of the most encouraging things I've heard in this whole ordeal. It's like I am still...
This is the thing, is that, first of all, this is how incels are created, right? This is how incels are created. But also, instead of being encouraging to his child in the way of like, it's okay for marriages to not work out, and maybe this just, you both made mistakes, you both put your ass in the street sometimes. But ultimately, that doesn't mean that either of you are bad people. It's just that marriages are, meant to end sometimes. Barry turned this into a Ethan is 100% right and Olivia is 100% wrong and you did everything you could. And like, that's not what Ethan needs to walk away from this from. It's not to say that Ethan needs to walk away from this thinking that he's like the world's most terrible person, but to teach our children that they should learn things from relationships that don't work out is not an unpopular take, I feel. And Barry is essentially turning this situation into, well, your marriage didn't work out because Olivia is a fucking dirty bitch and you didn't do anything wrong. My perfect little boy. Don't ever feel sad about yourself because she's the worst. She's the devil. And like, no, Barry, no, please don't say that to somebody who lacks the emotional capacity to even acknowledge his own emotions, let alone express them and process them and communicate them appropriately to the relevant parties. That's not what Ethan should walk away from this from, or with, like, at all. Yes, it gives 0. I tried the hardest that I could. Yes, hay fever, Ray, exactly. Yeah, this whole family needs therapy. But also, that's kind of the thing, isn't it? That's what's so funny about it, is that they think that they've done nothing wrong ever in their whole lives, and yet are the people who probably need the most intervention, but will never seek it. And so they fuel each other. They wind each other up. This is the dysfunctional family playbook in action. Okay, 31 minutes and 50 seconds. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Very young, in the big scheme of things. I'm only 25 and there's a lot of life ahead of me still, but I don't know what to do. Just thought of like getting to know somebody again all over again is like,
well, that's so early.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You can. It's probably healthier not to rebound into something.
That's totally not a dig at Kim at all.
The depression that I carry around that haunts me every day, it is there. It's a pain. I hate it, but I do feel like my dad understands what I am going through because he's been through it. He's at a different point in his process, but I mean, he's been an extreme source of encouragement. There have been many days I've thought about, I was like, well, if my dad can do it, I know I can do it.
So, we're missing Amber, Cassie, and Mercy. Kim's got them for this week, so they're down with her. Do you have plans to see them? Because they're not going to be here while you're here. Are you gonna try to see them?
I haven't made any plans. I didn't know that they weren't here.
That's totally not a demand. And also totally not producer orchestrated either. Let's just be so fucking for real. Phoenix is one of the largest cities in the country. Can we not do the Western music at the opening? I get it. It's a cliche. It's fine. Whatever. But like, Phoenix is not the Wild West. Phoenix is not a cowboy town. Phoenix is like mini LA at this point. Phoenix is where traffic and heat and concrete go to die. I just, like, whatever. It doesn't matter. I know, not a cowboy town, not with that attitude. Still very new to the show, but the constant sexist undertones of every conversation is wild. Yeah, that is definitely the Plath family motto. Okay. Yeah, giddy up. Let's go. 33 minutes, 11 seconds, pressing play. In 3, 2, 1. Excuse.
This door says fortunes, so I believe this might be it.
Your destination is on the right.
Sees all, knows all.
Today, Lydia and I are going to see a tarot card reader. And I have no idea what to expect. That sounds scary, but that's why we're doing it.
Hi.
Hi.
Come on in.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna not be an asshole. We're just gonna keep going. The country tunes is how you know they aren't a part of the East Coast elite. I know, tarot, so scary. Witchcraft. Okay, 33 minutes and 39 seconds. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Good morning.
Good morning. Nice to meet you.
My intention in getting a tarot reading is to kind of dismantle any prejudice I had against it in my head to figure out what it is for me. I feel like I'm very open to what would have been deemed occult practices when I was a kid. There's a lot of people who believe in it and who don't, and I really can't weigh in on that unless I've experienced it.
I want you to cut the cards in half, please.
Okay.
Okay, can we just hold on? We're rewinding by a couple of seconds.
There's a lot of people who believe in it and who don't, and I really can't weigh in on that unless I've experienced it.
I want you to cut the cards in half, please.
Okay. There's many things that I want to unpack about this moment here. Listen, we talked about astrology at the opening of this stream. Clearly, I am into astrology and, whatever, right? I'm not judging people for doing tarot. I pull tarot cards, for Christ's sakes. But here's the thing. There, I think, is a burden on people who are wading into like new age or like, what used to be considered like fringe spiritual practices to educate yourself and to conduct yourself with respect and a gravity for the practice that you're entering into, right? Because there are a lot of different cultural aspects to this. There are racial aspects to this. And especially as white people, it's our burden to make sure that we're engaging ethically. And the evil eye on the wall. And first of all, this crystal ball with a fucking eyeball in it, whatever. And then the crystal ball on the table that we never reference, we don't seem to do anything about or with. The crystals in the corner here. There's also a Catholic saint candle on the table. We're doing hodgepodge of different cultural practices, and please don't do that, right? If you are interested in tarot or astrology or witchcraft or whatever, there are lots of people, there's lots of resources that you can find on the internet or otherwise to educate you about an ethical way forward. But especially please be mindful about closed practices because they're not a part of your culture or your racial upbringing or your realm, right? If they're not about you, they're not for you, don't do them. Please don't. It's just, yeah, I saw somebody say in Discord that it's giving they just hired an actor to do this tarot reading, and it really feels that way. We're going to talk about some of the other things in here that feel hooey. Yes, quick to teach Max. Our audience will never know. And listen, I showed you guys my Michael's Halloween haul. I don't have anything against Michael's Halloween decor, but to use it to exclusively furnish a space that's meant to be a spiritual space is like an eyebrow raise from me. It's just, it's odd. It's a little strange. And I just, like, there's a gnome in the corner. There's a gnome in the corner. What is that? I don't understand what's going on here. It just looks very staged. Yeah, sure, you can have an eclectic practice, but not one that is exclusively drawing from cultures to which you don't belong without an appreciation or respect for the origin of those cultures, and especially not one that seems to not be founded in anything, right? Like, there's a fucking shell with a pearl in it. Like, what is this? I just am so confused and annoyed. I know, with the Wild West music, yeah, it's giving like the people who say, like, the people who pretend to be oracles in like Tombstone and stuff, when everybody knows that it's a ruse, it's like a performance, right? It's like, it feels like that. I want the gnome to do some reading. Oh, Lou, I'm sorry. Yeah, we went through our chapel ronification of Michael's Halloween decor. Yes, this room looks like it was made by a producer and a small team of PAs. Oy. Okay, let me put the overlay back on. Let's watch this tarot reading, even though it's a bunch of hooey. 34 minutes and 12 seconds. Pressing play. In 3, 2, 1.
Okay. And which deck would you like for me to start with first?
This one. Okay. I have no idea where to look when these cards are being laid down, because I can read things on them, but it doesn't mean anything to me. And then I'm watching Tanya's face to see if her brow furrows or if she like looks surprised. And then I'm sitting there like, what? What is it? Like, yeah, it's kind of overwhelming, actually. It's just putting cards on a table, but it feels like a whole lot is resting on that.
She's also putting like a bajillion cards on this table.
You do have a long life to live, which is very good.
Mm-hmm.
But you're definitely a water soul. When you're more around water, that's when you're more at ease. Do you live near the water, the ocean?
I do. I usually go to the ocean once a week.
Very good. And that's the best thing to do organically when you're not feeling yourself, and to feel balanced and grounded.
Mm-hmm.
I am seeing an angel around you, protecting you and guiding you. But it says a brother. How many brothers do you have?
I had 4, and then 1 died this year.
Okay, hold on, pause. Before we talk about this, we don't know to what degree the producers just informed this person or if this person's straight up an actor. But if you want to get like a tarot reading or whatever, just in the hope of not wasting your own money, if somebody starts to say things, or especially like when people have reviews and whatever, where they say like the most vague things. This is also why I hate pop astrology, right? Like the cosmopolitanification of astrology, where your horoscope will say things like, you're going to have a good week. You need to focus and just really try hard. Neat. Like that applies to 95% of the population. That's not helpful. You know, this feels kind of that way. You know who finds the beach serene? Everyone. Fucking everyone. Like 95% of the population would say in a survey that they find the beach to be a calming place to be. That's not very specific. Yes, it is. It's very vague platitude-y. I'll pause when I see when the cards come up again. All right, 35 minutes and 29 seconds. Pressing play. In 3, 2, 1.
That's the one here. I'm sorry. God rest his soul.
Earlier this year, at the same time that Ethan and I were getting divorced, my youngest brother was killed unexpectedly. It was weird going back home for his funeral and seeing my parents
and the older siblings who have kind of kept to that very religious lifestyle, the way that they got through that funeral and that week was, we know he's in heaven and that's what we're, you know, putting our faith and trust on. And Lydia and I were sitting there during the funeral holding hands going, okay, so if you don't believe that, what do you have? And I find myself asking that all the time, like, is he just gone completely? Does he exist in a different realm? I don't know, and it's scary not to know. And I understand why people use religion as a crutch. I just don't want to lean on it. And so it's a lot of questions and wondering and trying to be okay with not fully understanding.
Hold on, pause. I do think this is a nice representation of what it looks like in deconstruction to have to contend with these really difficult questions of like, what now, you know? And I'm glad that they included this. It is really sad. I think that Olivia and her sister had to like trot this out in front of a camera. Hopefully they wanted to talk about it, but again, it is like a nice representation, I think, of how difficult deconstruction is. And especially when religious people call folks who leave religion, you know, cowards or, you know, all kinds of terrible names. Like, it takes a lot of bravery. It's like actually a very courageous and scary thing to do, to have to rewrite this rule book essentially about your values and beliefs and your morals and your moral compass. Like, that's very difficult. And on top of that, to have to contend with I think most people would agree, like a pretty life-changing grief is especially sad. So I feel for Olivia and her sister. Again, I hope that they didn't have to trot this out in front of the camera because the producers forced them to, but I would feel so uncomfortable reading tarot for someone on a recorded show because it can be such an intimate thing. Yes, Danny, very much that. That's also valid, but also so hard. My heart hurts for her. Yeah, hay fever. I think that's very valid. Oh, also, these are the cards. I can't really tell what they are. They don't look like the typical... Okay, I had to come to comment that I'm only listening to the audio. I'm imagining Mickey's expression during the tarot bit. We'll have to go back to watch. Yeah, it's probably rude. A stylized Rider-Waite deck. It's upside down, so I can't tell. It probably is. You're probably right. Those are the tarot cards, Mabby. I'm almost an hour behind, but read the flip-flops. Bionic Tide model has an amazing arch support. They also make cozy slippers. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it is a strange looking spread. I noticed that also. I was like, maybe I just don't know a lot about tarot, which to be fair, I don't. But this seems like a lot of fucking cards. Like, we're laying the whole goddamn deck. We're laying the whole deck on the table. No. Is she just laying out minor arcana in order? No. Wait, this does look like a lot of wands, though. I can't see what this is. Is this a swords or that's a wand? I can't tell. Okay, these look similar. I had a passing interest in tarot in my early 20s, but I was more into collecting decks because I like the art. Okay, shenanigans. This is so real, though, and also very valid. Yeah, I don't know. I'm confused by what she's doing, but to be fair, I'm far from an expert in tarot, so I don't know. Maybe it's like a thing. Oops. That's so many, and it doesn't look like an actual spread. Yeah, it's just like a rectangle. She's laying like all the cards on the table. I'm so confused. Okay, let's keep going. 36 minutes and 52 seconds. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
There's trust issues. But why am I sensing abandonment? Was that from childhood?
A lot of people in my life.
Yeah. You need to move on from that. Forget about it. It happened. Nothing.
Hello? What kind of fucking thing? This is the part of this that I was like, I've had it. I'm done being nice. This lady is so fucking awful. Besides the fact that she seems like maybe either an actor or, God forbid, she's like a real, I don't know, oracle, tarot reader, whatever. This is so inappropriate. Even if there is a, like, I don't know, some people will read with like an intuition or whatever, and even if there is like an intuition that like it's time to move forward, there's a much kinder way to say that, like, you know, seems like your ancestors or spirit team, or like the intuition that I'm getting is that it's healing for you, or would be healing for you to move forward, right? Like, move on, forget about it. It happened. Nothing that you're gonna do is gonna change it. That's so unhelpful. And also not your lane, quite frankly. Like, this is the work, this is why, like, licensed therapists exist, and this is not the work that somebody with a deck of cards should be doing. I'm not trying to shit on tarot or, like, New Age practices, because, again, I practice them and enjoy them, and, you know, will place my own importance on it in my personal life, but this is not appropriate. There's no world where somebody should be speaking definitively or prescriptively about somebody's emotional growth or trauma because of some cards that you laid on a table haphazardly, by the way. Like, just, yes, it's not even a good read. It's not even like, oh, this card is about this, and so this is, you know, might be a message to do X, Y, or Z. This is just like her putting her own judgments about somebody's emotional difficulties on a stranger. Like, this is, especially right after they talked about the very traumatic and sudden and tragic death of her brother. Like, I just, yes, Pigtails in Plaid said using intuitive reading practices without any ethics is nothing other than spiritual bypassing. And, like, yes, very much. Yeah, it's not even a good gold read either. Okay. 37 minutes and 9 seconds. Pressing play. In 3, 2, 1.
You're going to do is going to change it.
The moment she said she was sensing abandonment, I thought, I'm going to pay her well.
No.
That rings really true.
It does show me that you're meant to be married once.
Hold on, pause. Okay, wait, yeah. It is like the Rider-Waite deck. Hold on. It's just like a stylized version of it. Okay, but also, can I just be an asshole for a second? She's pointing at a card, which is the Three of Pentacles. She's pointing at the Three of Pentacles while she's saying, it shows me that you're meant to be married once. The Three of Pentacles is not about marriage. It's not about only having one husband in your lifetime. That's literally not what that card is about at all. It's literally a card about collaboration and, like, community. And also the pentacles are about, like, earthly things and money, not about marriage. There's no world where a Three of Pentacles, upright or reversed, would lead someone to say definitively, one husband for you. Huh? Like, this is so fake. So fake. Either this person is a hired actor and we purely just drummed up a bunch of BS to make an interesting storyline between Ethan and Olivia and all of this stuff, or this person is a straight up scam artist. But also, I really struggle to believe that this person is a scammer, because who would get on fucking TV, like mainstream TV, and lie to this degree? Who would do this? You would know that you're going to get made up, or like the people would know that you made this up. Like, I know it's not even a Cups card or a Major Arcana. Like, that's not what this card is about. That's not what this card is about. Even if the editors just spliced this together and picked a random card that she pointed at while they included dialogue from somewhere else, which is entirely possible that they did this, by the way, there still is not a card in any standard tarot deck that indicates you only get one husband in your whole lifetime. That's not a thing. That's not how tarot works. There's no world where any experienced and ethical tarot reader could pull any card in any standard Rider-Waite tarot deck and say, nope, one husband in your whole life. Sorry. That's not real. A question: when considering upright or reversed, is it in relation to the teller or the subject? It depends on who you ask. Honestly, Hellfire, I don't know that I'm good enough at tarot to answer that question. Like, I only pull them for myself, so I classify that based on whether they're upright or reversed facing me, but I don't know, honestly. I know. Yes, Goat Fury. This one is the husband card. Oh my. Yeah, wild and free neurodiversity. We need Mickey readings. Today you're gonna get pissed at someone. I'm sending you, beginning with an S. Yeah. It gives so fake because of what's being said, that her future is so specific. Yes, and fits the narrative of the show. Exactly. This is the other thing, too, that I think most ethical tarot or oracle card readers would really shy away from saying definitively, this is the, like, turn of events, no matter what. Like, I feel like a lot of people would say, maybe this speaks to a significant relationship in your life, right? But, like, not only one husband, sorry. I really don't think that reading tarot cards or playing fucking MASH. Wait, all the cards are upright. You're so right, Hellfire. That's a good point. That's not... It's giving fake. It's giving fake. I don't like it. Okay, let's move on. Let me put the overlay back on. Okay, 37 minutes, 24 seconds. Pressing play. In 3, 2, 1.
And you're meant to have 2 children.
Only once?
Yeah.
That's
the
not
man
real.
That's in your life. Can I have his name?
No. No, because you're a charlatan.
I don't know, because I just got divorced.
But you gotta be patient and give him time to grow. He's very stuck in his ways.
Based on what?
So as you see the mind here, he's a little bit...
Hold on, pause. All of these cards are upright. This is a shot from earlier, too, to be fair, because there's only one set of cards on the table, and earlier there was like 8 in each of the piles. But, like, I really think that she was just like, like, they bought these cards from fucking Bookmans and are just laying them out. Like, this is not real. I refuse to believe that this is not real. This lady is a liar or an actor, or this is all staged, and the producers were like, just hold on, we need B-roll of this, so we'll film all of this later. But I refuse to believe that this is genuine in any capacity. Also, again, no ethical person is going to be like, oh yeah, no, you need to X, Y, or Z. Like, no. I'm telling you, like, one of the producers had an auntie who lived in Phoenix, and they were like, can we film in your house for like just here, hold these. Just put these on the table. I don't know, just read this script. We'll set up the cue cards behind Olivia and Lydia. Just hold on. Yeah. This is not real. Not real. Ethan slipped her a crisp 20. Ethan set this up. Oy, oy, oy. Okay, 37 minutes and 52 seconds. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Twisted. But he's going to have different relationships, and I see 2 other relationships coming for you as well.
She pointed at the devil
and
card.
And they won't work for you, and they won't work for him.
That's not...
So that's the timing that you and him will reunite.
This is so fake. She pointed at the devil card when she said that he's going to have other relationships. The devil card is literally about confronting your own bullshit. It's about doing your own shadow work. The devil card is like, hey, you should look at your shit because it stinks and it's catching up with you. Like, that's what the devil card is. Like, confronting your own inner demons. No, it's not about relationships whatsoever. There's no world where that card means he's going to have other relationships, but he'll reunite with you. It makes me so mad. It just makes me mad when people are wrong about things. This is the autistic sense of justice coming out. I'm sorry. It just makes me mad. Okay. 3809, pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
But I'm sensing that in 2 years.
That's not real. You can't sense that. That's not real. Oh, it's so annoying. She's going to live in a hut on the beach and have 2 kids. Yeah, and her car will be a shopping cart or something.
So that's the timing that you and him will reunite. But I'm sensing that in 2 years.
That's not... No.
The man that's in your life, do you feel he's going to come back?
No.
Because it says he's going to come and go.
When I look at my relationship with Ethan, I've learned to never say never, because ironically, when you say never, it happens. But I want to say never. No. No.
Yeah, because this is
I do
dumb.
not want that. And I don't like those cards. Next.
It does show me as well that you feel like a fool of some kind. Do you feel you wasted your time, your energy, your love in that relationship?
Every now and then, but I think that that's like the part of me that is not, or like the part of me that's hurt from it. The part of me that
sitting here with
accepts
you, I
it, like
wasted my
realizes
time.
that it made me who I am.
Also,
Yes,
again, what a
true,
vague
but
question.
Did you forgive him?
I think so.
This is
Well,
so
forgiveness
producer
comes in
orchestrated.
steps. It doesn't come overnight.
You should ask Barry about his steps.
If
He made them
someone
up.
like doesn't fully believe, can they still have an accurate reading?
Yes. Oh, yes.
I guess a lot of
Okay.
people would have
Madam
questions about
Zeroni,
what
get outta here.
they're told, but I wanted to know, respectfully, if she ever gets things wrong. Because I can't get over the fact that
Yes,
I'm
'cause this is
supposed
made
to go
up,
back to my
Olivia.
ex. I can't get over that. So I'm
Olivia's
just
a really
like,
good actor. She should look into
chance if
acting.
I've gotten some readings wrong.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, I sweated a lot. I'm sorry. I think I sweated on your pillow.
It's okay.
It's okay. I sweated on my pillow too.
She said it's all right. We're going to return him to Michael's after this, so
Let
don't
me
worry.
walk you girls out.
I can't get over, like, I'm marrying my ex again?
Yeah, out of my house.
What? I don't know whether I should laugh or cry.
Olivia's reaction to this
Thank
very
you.
clearly
Sorry,
fake and
here.
producer orchestrated
Dude,
acting bit
Some
is
things were
really
so
good.
right, so right on the nose. Other things I was like, probably not. Probably not, because I don't want that, so I'm not going to do that.
Yep. I'm very glad I had this experience with Lydia Grace. If anything, it's less trippy to hear something with your sister sitting next to you going, I told you so. It's better to walk outside and say, what the actual to my sister than walk outside and say to myself, what the actual
Well, I'm glad we got that done. That was a lot.
Okay. The other thing about this is that also, even if there was somebody who did really believe that they were being called by their intuition or spirits or ancestors or whatever to relay a message like that, free will exists, right? Like, we're not all on a predestined track according to most people who read tarot or oracle cards or whatever. And so even if that was the message that was being received, there would still be a like, but you know, you're going to do whatever you want. Like, we all have free will. So that's also not, it's just, it feels like a bunch of bullshit. Hi, Michelle. Glad you made the live. You just missed the worst part of it. So impeccable timing on your behalf. I know, I feel really bad. I hope this wasn't real and that Olivia doesn't actually believe any of these things, because this was awful. Okay, let's keep going. 41 minutes and 12 seconds. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
I'm like a Tesla on 1%.
Sing me a song.
Lydia's about
God.
to wake the whole house up.
No, it's okay. We don't need to watch the coming up.
Out single with me.
Jacob, I go by Jay.
Jackie, my name's
In town for I think the last time I saw my mom was probably
Okay,
about
this
2
is
years.
just what's happening on the next episode, which it's fine. I know, at the end of the episode. I thought this was the coming up, not next episode. It's fine. We'll watch it next week. Okay, me, Thomas the Tank Engine right now, looking all angry. That's me. Energy changes. It's just reading current energy. Yes. Yeah, that's like a really wonderful way to put it. Exactly. That reading might just be the energy currently, but not a surefire, no matter what, this is what's happening in the future thing. That's, I think, a rare take to have as far as, I don't know, like new age practices are concerned. Okay. Thomas had never seen such bullshit before. Yeah, 100% me. Feel free to correct me, but I view tarot as a tool to access your own intuition. Yeah, definitely. I think that's what a lot of people think anyways. like I said, I'm not really that good at it, so maybe we're both wrong, but I would assume that a lot of people feel that way. Okay. Are you planning to watch Love is Blind UK? No pressure, just curious. I don't know, actually. I know that there's a bunch of spin-offs. People have asked me to watch Love is Blind Brazil. I just saw that Love is Blind Mexico is on Netflix now. What are our thoughts about that? Do we want to watch that? Should I order Sonic, a local deli, or Arby's? In order of things that I would choose, local deli, Arby's, and then Sonic. But also, this is an overshare, but just to be quite frank, it's because the Sonic by my house always gives me tummy troubles. So, that might be my own bias. Bye, Beth. Ooh, heading to the pool with the kid. I hope that's super fun. That's okay, Lou. I knew what you meant. There is no world where you would misspell my name like that on accident. Or like, because you didn't know my name, I mean. Okay. Ooh, you finally got a Chipotle where you live. That's nice. Let's watch Secret Life. Do you guys want to watch The Secret Life of the American Teenager? It's wild. I don't know if I want to watch it all again, though. Aaron and I are like still watching it currently. But I really wanted to like Sonic because I love the idea of their menu, but I feel like their breading is really sweet and disappointing. That's valid. I feel like, I don't know, the Sonic by my house at least is like kind of, it's like not very good. We love a local business. Yeah, that's true. Yes, we love a local business. I have seen it, but I would love to watch your, okay. Discord chat is flying. Okay, I think we should probably call it there because I do have to go to the grocery store. No, I did never watch a Heartstopper though, Raspberry. I should watch it though. Any of the spin-offs? Okay. Oh, that's what it was. That's what I was going to ask or tell you guys earlier. I know that the trailer for the new season of Sister Wives just dropped. I don't know how I feel about watching it though, because I just think that I'm not going to talk about it in detail on the stream just to avoid triggering anybody, but there were some tragic events, for their family, including the death of one of their children, that happened recently that felt like kind of a wake-up call, in regards to reality TV and like that family specifically. And I think also the fact that they are probably contractually obligated to continue to film and talk about their lives in the wake of such a difficult thing doesn't feel good. I don't know. I'm not judging anybody, to be clear. I know that people as consumers are going to make their own choices about watching the show, and I'm not judging you at all if you want to watch it, but I just don't know that I feel good about like streaming it and talking about it. So we probably won't watch Sister Wives. But if you guys want me to watch like Love is Blind, or we want to watch like a scripted show or something, that might be worth exploring. So let me know what y'all's thoughts and feelings are. You can leave comments on the replay of this stream. Did I miss you guys watching Olivia has fresh mozzarella in her purse? What? Olivia had fresh mozzarella cheese in her purse in this episode? Was that a thing? Perfect level up. I really loved when we did couples therapy. I know, I did too. I struggle with the stuff that gets so heavily copyrighted or copyright claimed, because it's like really a lot of extra work. I was really hoping that show was going to go well, because we were going to ride that train till the wheels fell off, and then the wheels fell off immediately. So why do I not have mozzarella in my purse at all times? Another petition for the Dear Therapists podcast. Okay. All right, leave your suggestions in like the Discord chat, the channel for the mainstream lives, or on the comments in this video. Let me know what you think. Regardless, I gotta go to the grocery store and then go home to take care of my little baby and her swollen little turkey leg. So thank you guys for hanging out. I love you all the most. And I'll see you guys next week. We will be streaming next Friday unless something catastrophic happens. And quite frankly, with the universe working the way that it is lately, I wouldn't be surprised. So stay tuned. But that's it. Love you guys. We'll see you later, or next week anyways. Bye.